Big up, people. What is happening? The Liverpool Prophet back again with another live stream. A special one today. Joined with me for tonight, should I say. Well, it's tonight on my end. I'm not sure what time it is on your end, brother. But joining me is none other than the legend, the Indian Scouser. Firstly, how you doing, bro?
Big up, man. Yeah, not too bad. As I was telling you backstage, literally just got better like yesterday. But yeah, I'm still recovering, but much better now. And yeah, on to the big game in like was it 2 days? And it is nighttime for me as well. It's 2 a.m. here. Well, two in the
There's,
morning. But
there's,
yeah, thanks
there's
for having me on the show, man.
no
And yeah,
problem,
it's
bro.
been a
Pleasure's
minute.
all mine having you on. Pleasure's all mine, bro. Pleasure is all mine. See you in the chat. So we got someone in the chat. Big up to Night Tom Kid, man. Big up yourself, Night Tom Kid. Biggest rage better ever, man, Night Tom Kid. But big up yourself nonetheless. Big up, big up, big up.
Yeah, big
So
up,
yeah,
man.
man.
Big up.
Um, quite a bit to get through today, man. This will be a very interesting show, for us and for the viewers as well. So I guess we'll just start with we'll start with Liverpool, I guess, bro. So where do we even start, bro? Should we talk about recently? Should we talk about the season as a whole? What's gone wrong? Where should we start picking it from?
I think the season as a whole, we've said it like a million times by now. We don't really know what to pinpoint it on apart from the manager, but like in terms of
Mhm.
like what does he need to tweak to like in terms of his formation or selection or tactics, because we all know it all comes down to the manager at this stage. Like, yes, you can blame the players, at some extent, because they're the ones like playing on the pitch. There's so much a manager can do, but at the same time, if the players don't show up, then we're not going to win games. But at the same time, again, if all 10 of your outfield players aren't performing at the highest level that they can, they've showed it like last season, and the players we got with their previous clubs, we know what they can do as well on their day. So yeah, it becomes a problem with the system, with the manager, when all of your literally like all your players are not performing well enough. Apart from maybe Sabozalai or Ekitike, one two others maybe. But yeah, man, I think maybe we should just touch on the last game maybe before the international break, just
Yeah,
to
but it was a
refresh our mind. What was the last game? It feels like ages ago now because
yeah.
of the
The
international
Brighton one or
break.
the
Yeah,
Galatasaray one was
it
good,
was a
bro, but the
Brighton,
Brighton
and
one,
yeah,
yeah, man.
I mean that was just it was awful, man. Honestly, like I think probably that's one of the worst performances this season, if not the worst. I think it's up
Mm.
there, like top three, because we just didn't show up. Because Kirk has got a goal, um, thanks to their mistake from
Mm.
Lewis Dunk, I think it was. So apart from that, we didn't create nothing. Like we didn't have Mo Salah that day. Um,
We missed him as well, I think, bro. To be fair,
and Ekitike got subbed
yeah,
off in the first 3-4 minutes inside the first 10 minutes. So yeah,
yeah, bro.
it
He
was
did.
a shambles all around, man. And that's been the story this season.
It's it's like we'll go on a bad run, yeah, bro, and then we'll get a good result, and you think, okay, can we build on that result now?
Yeah,
And then just comes tumbling straight back down again. It's like
it's
we
always
beat
been like that.
Newcastle, lose to City, beat
Yeah,
Karabag, lose to Bournemouth. You know what I'm saying? It's just
yeah,
rinse and repeat. So obviously we did a show in the summer as well, bro, last August, if you remember.
mm,
And we were talking about the signings we brought in, what our expectations are for the season. Where do you think it all went wrong? If we go back to the summer, bro, the window, where do you think everything has gone wrong? Because we were so confident back then, and now fast
yeah.
forward a couple of months later, we're sat here talking like, you know what I'm saying. So where do you think it's gone wrong?
So me personally, I think obviously we were all gassed with the signings we made.
Hmm.
I think almost I'm so confident to say that almost every Liverpool fan literally like backed us to actually go back to back to
Hmm.
win it again, and maybe win another cup. Win the double, whether it's the FA Cup and the Prem, or the Carabao and the Prem. And obviously, we do want the Champions League and the Prem, right? But that's too much to ask at the same time. But if you're asking me what went wrong, I think just because we've spent like almost 500 million, it was like 450, and then obviously now you count the January transfer we had, who's coming next this summer, in Jeremy Jacquet, the youngster at center back. Now it's past. I think it's more than 500 M's now. But we were just gassed with the names of mainly the two players in Florian Wirtz and Isak, who's back in training now. That's good to see. But we'll obviously talk about the City game, I think, a little bit, maybe, yeah. So I don't expect him to be on the bench yet, maybe for the PSG game midweek. But I'll wait for like the PSG second leg, actually give him the whole week off, until we actually bring him in. So I think it's because for me, my main issue was I wanted to go in the season with 5 center backs. Like I think I mentioned on the show you were saying that we did in the summer, and I said it to a couple of people that yes, I know that we're so hyped up with like Florian Wirtz, and then we got Isak, Ekitike, we got 2 new fullbacks, in Kirkes and Frimpong. But then at the same time, I was like, we know the whole thing with Joe Gomez, like it's 2025/26 season. Are we going to rely on Joe Gomez to stay fit? Konate, even though he stayed fit majority of last season, but we know how it was with him before that, and you can't just have Ibu and Virgil as fit center backs anyway, because you do need backup because of the 4 competitions we're in. But we signed Leone, with no Premier League experience. He's still young. I think he had like one top season in the Serie A, in the senior team, and I don't think he even played all of the games last season. So, we can't expect much going to the season with literally just 4 center backs when 2 of them are injury prone and 1 is a youngster and 1 is our captain. So for me, everything just went downhill from the moment where we missed out on Mark Gahey, man, honestly.
I agree, bro.
And I just don't get why we didn't do anything in the winter transfer window, because is the manager going to leave? Then why did we sign a center back that's coming next season? Or is that more like a club signing? But now, like, of course, we've heard rumors on like Xabi Alonso. We all hope that's true. Then it might make sense why we didn't bring in anyone in Jan, because like I said, the center back we got, it's for next season. So yeah, man, I just think it's the defense mainly.
Yes, yeah.
And obviously you can factor in the whole thing with Diogo as well,
Yeah.
God rest his soul. And yeah, it's just the manager as always, tactics. But if you're asking me about the summer, then it's just us not bringing center backs. It's, I think, pretty simple to say. And maybe another CDM, because you can't expect Gravenberch.
I think we need one, though. I think we needed you.
Because we're playing, just because Gravenberch had like the best season of his life last season, won us the league, one of the best CDMs in the league, in the world, actually. You can't expect him to do the same thing week in, week out the following season. So, and Wataru Endo, as much as I love him, like, he's not of the standards of our club. And now even he's injured, and yeah, hopefully he makes the World Cup. But yeah, that's about it, really.
Andre says, Edison's a player that I don't know about you, Bob, but Edison from Atlanta, he's someone that
I saw that today, actually. Yeah.
As a DM, yeah. And Atletico got him, which is the same. Here we go. We have an Everton fan in here. Don't forget you placing the dot. Bro, listen, we know that they're going to celebrate like it's a trophy if they finish above us. So, yeah, bro, carry on being trophy. Let's smoke a minute.
On the 19th of April.
We'll continue dominating Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? The city of Liverpool. Yeah, bro. But yeah, bro. On Diogo, bro, since we're on the topic of him right now, I don't know if you know, but today marks the day that he scored against these lot.
Against Everton, yeah.
In the derby last year around. Man, I can't believe it's almost been half a year since that happened, bro. Like, I remember exactly. I'm sure you remember yourself, bro, where you were when he scored that goal. It's just, it's still surreal when you think about it, bro.
I just remember how much I was celebrating, because that win was so important to make us go. I think was it like 11 points clear of Arsenal, something like that.
Yeah,
like that was massive, man. And I think he points at the badge as well. He was like this.
He did, yeah.
Like, man, I just miss him, man.
Yeah.
But like you said, I can't believe it's been a year since his final goal for us.
Yeah, well, we're coming up to July as well soon, so it's going to be an anniversary.
Yeah.
Since the incident, which is, it's a shame, man. It's a big shame.
And
I think we have missed him a lot, bro.
Yeah, even in the Legends game, Thiago being emotional about it.
Yeah, very emotional. Yeah. It's just, you can accept players coming and going, but like when Hendo left, when Klopp left, it's fine because they've left. You're upset, but you're still going to see them posting on Instagram. You're still going to see them out and about. When something like this happens, it's like, fucking hell, he hasn't just left; he's left this world. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I remember where I was when he scored that goal last year, man. You know, I was jumping up and down in my living room, like, yeah, get in, get in, get in. Liverpool is red, and that
Yeah.
it's obviously God rest his soul and that, man. But I miss that guy. You know, his pressing, the way he used to press, the way he used to just a perfect Liverpool player in it, boy. And I think we lack that now up front, along with
Yeah.
other players we've lost. Big up to AJ, man. Appreciate you being in, brother. Big up yourself, man. Everton are proper scouts. Well, that's not true, Malcolm. To be fair, I mean, yeah, maybe you're the first Merseyside club if you want to say it, but who's the more dominant and success? Liverpool is red; it's not blue. And well, I'm sure you agree with that as well. Yeah, let's be honest. There's only one club, real club in Liverpool, and it's not you guys, Malcolm. So yeah, bro, and don't forget, don't forget, man. But
There's only two
having
teams
said that,
in
I'm still not confident for
There's
playing
only
them.
two teams in Merseyside. One is Liverpool Football Club. Secondly, it's the Liverpool reserves team.
Yeah, bro, ain't no one care about Everton, man. But look, I still hate
Big up
as much as
AJ as
I
well.
don't like them. It's still the game that I look for every time the fixtures come out. It's just the one. 10
Yeah.
likes. Big up to everyone who's liked, man. Appreciate that, man. But
Yeah, man, hit the like.
what you said, bro, about the summer. Do you think everyone was on board with the signings that were made? Slot, Hughes, Edwards. Or do you think there was some discontent there? Because I get the feeling that certain people or someone probably didn't watch someone. If you know what I'm trying to say. Like, let's say Isak, for example. I feel maybe the club wanted him, but I don't know if the manager necessarily wanted him. I do feel there was a bit of discontent there.
Yeah,
I do feel. What do you think about that?
because yeah, I think there's some truth in it. Like, obviously, we're not gonna know like the ins and outs of the club, like what happened in the summer in the board meetings and stuff when they were looking at transfers. But from what I've heard as well, yeah, you're pretty much spot on. Like, I think not everyone was like on board on every single player, because at the same time, like, I know Slot keeps going back on like how we didn't add to the squad. It's more of us, you know, replacing the players that we lost. Because don't forget, we lost like literally half the team. Because if I count quickly, Kelleher, Trent, Kwanzaa, Diaz, Jota, Nunes, that's already like 6, and I'm sure there's more.
Mhm.
So yeah, we just replaced players, and for example, I think Isak, like, can you really tell if it's like in a Slot signing, just like you said? So I do think some of them are like club signing. That's why I'm sticking to what I said. The transfer we made in Jan with the center back that's coming next season, I believe it's a club signing because of how we're so unsure with the manager. So I think, yeah, that one is nailed on for like our future, ahead, because he's still young as well, the center back coming from France. So I think that is a club signing. But you're right, I can't really tell you which one it was like the guy Slot really wanted, which one was Richard Hughes, which one was Michael Edwards. But I do believe they had some disagreements on a few players, and I just don't get why there was no like backup to Mark Gahey, and why did we leave it till last minute?
Yes, exactly.
I know that at the time Palace had like their playoffs in the Conference League, so unless they made like an agreement, like, yeah, let him play for us in the Conference League, and then you can take him on deadline day. But if they didn't have that conversation, then how are we so sure to just, so naive to go into the last day thinking we'll just get him, So yeah, man, it's just the whole center back situation is just crazy.
100%. Big up Malcolm, man. We're just playing around with you. It's all banter at the end of the day, mate. It's all banter at the end of the day. But yeah, I agree, bro. Pretty much. I feel like Isak was the signing where that money, as much as everyone was happy about Isak coming in, and I think he will go on to be a good player for us. I got no doubt about that. It's like, why wasn't that money put towards a centre back? You know what I'm saying? Even Wirtz, bro. Wirtz is another one. We haven't played with a 10 really since the Coutinho days.
Exactly.
And then you go by Wirtz when, again, I think he'll be a great player for us. I think I got no doubt there either. But so why are you signing? Why did we sign players where?
Just imagine if we if we yeah, sorry, just imagine if we kept Harvey as our backup to Sabozalai in the number 10 role and used the
Yeah,
Wirtz money on like two, three more players.
exactly. Well, it
But
would have been better
again,
off.
Wirtz is a baller, and we know that, and he's gonna come good, man.
100%,
Both
bro.
him and
100%.
Isak, yeah, we know they'll be
100%.
a massive part of like our club in the near
Definitely, bro.
future.
It's very odd, bro, because normally we don't spend a lot, but the summers are pretty well planned out. We do it
You
smart.
know who I'm most like confused about actually? On it's actually Frimpong because
Yeah,
still now I still don't know how he suits us because if we are not playing with wing backs, okay, maybe Alonso will work, but then that's for next season hopefully.
mm,
But then when Slot signed Frimpong, I just didn't get it like, and he's
made
playing
no
him as a
sense.
right wing. And you've
Mm.
seen games where Sabozla is the one playing right back and Frimpong's playing right wing.
Yeah,
So it
it's
doesn't
weird,
make
bro.
sense
It's
though.
weird.
Like yeah, I just don't get that signing because we don't play like because he's okay as a right back and as a right wing also I would say he's pretty decent, but I just don't think we need him. Like I think we need a proper backup to Connor Bradley if you can upgrade on him, but if you can, then go with the proper right back. Because the guy that we lost, Trent, he was a big part of our attack as well. Even though he's a right back, but he used to invert, and he's literally our playmaker. So if we're not gonna go through our right back now, it's more through Sabozalai, Florin Wirtz in the middle. Why didn't we just get like a proper right back? Because like if we don't see Frimpong as a right back, then look at the measure like playing him right wing. So
Yeah.
I just don't get the Frimpong signing honestly. But speaking of Jeremy, I'm glad he's not injured as well. He was there in training, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank God, man. Thank God, man. Because I
yeah.
was thinking, oh shit, here we
Same.
go.
We all
Both
did
right
when he got
backs
sent
again.
off for Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like,
Yeah.
oh
But
shit, not again.
I think we can both agree, bro. The squad we have, for me, in my opinion, we have the best squad in the league when everyone's fit. I'm sure you'd probably say the same. In my opinion, best squad
Yeah,
in the league when
we're
everyone's fit.
definitely top two though.
Top
Definitely top
two,
two.
definitely top two.
Yeah.
You one of two, you know what I'm saying? So the quality is there in the squad, which makes it even more bizarre that we are where we are in the league and we're playing the way we're playing.
It's
So
just
on
our depth.
Scotland, bro.
I would say it's
Sorry,
only
bro,
our
what was that?
depth. Like our squad depth is not.
It's
I
not. It
still.
needs improving. I
It's
agree.
not as good as City or Arsenal, but
Mm,
because when you look at our bench, when Isak was out, Bradley's out, Endo's out, Leone's out, like we have to play like I mean not play, we have to put the likes of even though I rate Leone and Rio, obviously we love him, but sometimes we have Morrison on the bench, Morrison,
yeah,
Calvin Ramsey, we have two, three keepers on the bench, so yeah, but our starting 11 though, yeah, I'm putting it
very
number
good, bro.
one, just like you as
100%.
well.
Hundred
We're
percent.
top.
And like I said, like I'm sure we're all kind of lost at what's really gone on. But on Slot, then, bro, on the manager, how are you feeling regarding this whole Arne Slot situation? Why do you think he stayed as long as he stayed? Do you think there's a reason? And do you think he will get replaced in the summer or before the end of the season? How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I think the only reason why he's still here, I can only think of, him having credit in the bank by winning the league. And
Yeah,
I think so at first when we started performing badly the first time this season, I think at the time Alonso was still in Madrid. He didn't get the
he
sack
was.
yet.
Yeah,
So it's not like there were any managers out there and the club was like, okay, we're not even halfway through now. Let's see if we can turn this around. But then after New Year's, I think, yeah, by then I think Alonso was sacked by maybe Feb, like early. Was it in Jan or Feb?
Jan. Yeah, he got sacked in Jan.
Yeah. So I think because we're not like a sacking club because
Mm-hmm.
we've never been that type of club to sack managers like midway. We tend to give him like till the
Till
end of
the
the
end of the
season,
year. Yeah,
unless it was Brendan Rodgers actually who got sacked and club came in. I think it was in like October time maybe.
14, 15. Yeah, 2015. That
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
So apart from that, like we don't really just sack a manager like midway, halfway. We tend to give him time until the end, and especially him winning the league and spending so much. So I think the club just thought like, he can probably turn this around. But now, when we're in April now, I think they've just decided to give him till the end. Let's say we were knocked out of the Champions League
Mm-hmm.
from the group stages, from the league phase. and the FA Cup from early on, I think maybe the club would have acted by then. Like, he wouldn't be here now. But
Mm.
then, because we're still in the FA Cup, we're still in the Champions League, and now we're in April, I think there's just no point in doing it now in a way. So I
Yeah,
think the club is gonna see it out, see where we finish. But the scary part is that the video they released, and we all, we talked about it actually, that we feel like that means he's gonna stay next season because they posted that video, with him, and then this with the CEO, with the sporting director, the manager, all
bro.
three together.
Uh,
So I just don't know honestly, because I see the only way I see like us actually sacking him is if we don't get top five, honestly. Because I think if we win the Champions League, no way he's going anywhere. Because by that we get the Champions League in itself.
mhm.
The FA Cup and miss out on the top five. I'm still scared we might keep him because you
Yeah,
know just on him winning the silverware. But
I
the only
think a
way I think,
trophy. I think a trophy will save him, but whether it's the
yeah,
Champions League or FA
bro.
Cup.
But what's the scary part? I think even if we don't win anything, but we do
I,
get top five,
yeah,
we
I
might
know what you
still
mean.
keep him. So the
I'm
only
not
way
ruling
is
it
we
out, bro.
don't get top five and no trophies. That's the only
Yeah,
way I see us
I
sacking
think
him.
I agree with you, but I think there is a possibility that he does stay. I think some people are like, he's definitely gone. I think I'm similar to you. I think it will happen, but I
Because
think it.
he has like a year left, right? After this.
Yeah,
Same
he's
with
quite.
third games
He,
as well.
by the way, bro, thank God we didn't extend his contract in August. I think they were talking about extending it. I'm glad we
Yeah,
didn't do that.
yeah.
Now it was
After winning the league, they were
yeah,
talking about it. Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Oh, and
glad
actually, that's a good point. Because if the club was so like confident in keeping him long term, then they would have
they would have
like
given
given
it to
him a
him.
new
Yeah,
contract by now. Yeah.
they would have given him the contract, and they haven't.
Yeah.
But the reason I think he will go, bro, is because Zabi's right there. He's
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
Connection to the city,
Oh,
the fans.
if you ask me, yeah, I still think he is going to go because of
Yeah,
how bad we are this season.
yeah.
I think he will go, but I'm just afraid that if we do get top five and not win
I'm
anything,
I'm the
then we
same,
might
bro.
still give him
I'll never
his,
rule it
one
out. With
contract.
FSD, you just never know on it, bro. You just never
Especially
know.
with
So,
the whole Salah leaving as well, announcing
mm,
the Salah knows something that we
uh,
don't about
it's
the
all
manager.
lining up, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think if Alonso wasn't available, bro, I think we would be in trouble because there wouldn't have been no one and they would have probably stuck
Yeah,
with him. I
yeah,
think because he's there now, they'll take the opportunity and they know they have to. So it's mad though because after last season at the parade, we were all singing Slott's name and everything. We all thought we had the next good manager in the summer. He said all the right things when we signed the players. Last season, throughout the season when we were winning, he was saying all the right things. Came across really good. This season, bro, it's flipped on its head. He's talking nonsense. I'm sure you've seen the comments about 2 leagues in 35 years. He said that. He tried undermining Klopp as well. What have you made of that?
I mean, the amount of times this guy gaslight, man, honestly, like, because literally when he won the league, he said it's not 2 in 30. He said it's not two
Two
in
five.
35. It's two in
Yeah.
5 years. And now, how can he say that after what he said though? Like, you know, and there's so many comments like we'll be here all day, honestly, because remember about him what he said about Calvin Ramsey that he has better options, and
Oh yeah, yeah,
the amount of things he said, man, honestly, throwing players under the bus, and like you said, like how can he just contradict on his own words? He said we should be thinking it's 2 in 5, and now he himself is going back on what he said and saying it's 2 in 35. So it just doesn't make sense to me, man. I think, yeah, that's another thing, honestly, that I didn't even talk about him off the pitch, the things he's been saying, and
yeah,
that's another reason why I want him gone as well. So it's not just how poorly we've been playing, because I'm just so tired of watching the same things on week in, week out, but it's also the things he's saying off the pitch as well. So,
mm.
yeah, man, I'm not having any of the things he's been saying. Like, I
Yeah.
just honestly, I
It's
stopped watching the press conferences, the pre games and the post games. Like, I
same,
just
bro. I just
yeah,
look on Twitter,
it's
bro.
just a
I
quote that
just
we
get
see
the
that comes
quotes on
up.
Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just a quote that
yeah.
comes up,
I
honestly.
don't want to listen to him. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
it's mad. It is genuinely crazy, bro. I just for me, bro, the main thing is the connection because on the clock, bro, we had bad seasons. We know that 22-23 was a bad year. COVID season was a bad year, but we
Yeah,
still had that connection with Klopp. We still knew that while we're in a bad period now, he's going to turn it around and we're going to be better again. With Slot, there's not that hope, is there? There's not that faith that he can turn it around. he doesn't know what to say to get the fans on board. Klopp just knew perfectly what to say. And also, bro, I missed the passing on the touchline. Klopp used to, we know what he was like, bro, fist pumping all the time. He's like he was still a player, bro. I missed that. And Slot, for me, he's like a doorbell on the sideline. He's got nothing about him. And I just don't like that, especially what Liverpool's meant to represent, how we're meant to be, how our fans are. We need someone like Klopp, not someone like a Slot. I just don't think he fits the club. How do you feel about that?
I completely agree with you. Like, if you remember under Klopp, every time there's a bad season, we come back next season even better.
Yeah.
So like how we missed out on the league by 1 point, but then we won the Champions League though. The next season we won the Premier League, and then after that, when I got injured with the ACL, 2020, 2021, and then we came back. I think it was the quadruple season. We were
chasing,
in 21, 22. When we were literally 2 games away from winning the quadruple. And then
what if, man? What if that?
And after that was a season where Darwin Núñez came in. I remember that jersey and stuff. So that again, the only good thing about that season was we battered Man United 7-0. That was the only thing. And then we came back, challenged for the title in Klopp's last season. With Arsenal and City, fell short but won the Carabao Cup. So it's always like an up and down season. But like you said, there's something that he says to give the players hope in the dressing room and the fans as well. So we come back stronger and even better. There was that belief, He literally, like, it's not a joke about what he said, like turning us from like doubters to believers. Like,
exactly.
That's actually true. So with this manager, I know he won the league last season. Now we're bad, but there's no proof or any history that we know that next season we will bounce back though. Like there's nothing out there. There's no evidence out there that's telling us that, we can back this guy and we'll be back. But if this was Jurgen and we're having the season that we're having, I'm sure majority of us in the fan base will still be Klopp in by now.
But Klopp could have done anything. I would never have turned on him.
Like,
I could never turn on that.
Maybe we're just like, maybe it's just like, obviously us, being a bit blind as well because we love the guy. He's won so much with us that we'll never be Klopp out no matter what. It's similar to like Arsenal fans with Arsene Wenger, even though there were people seeing Wenger out towards the end of his reign as well when time was up. So with Jurgen, like, there's no way that, if he just won us the league last season and he's been doing it for the past 8-9 years, of course, if we still have the same results this season, we are where we are on the table in the like Premier League table in all the cups.
You know what I'm saying?
Then 100% we'll be like, give him another seat. Of course, it's not even a debate, But with this guy, like, it's just the things he's been saying off the pitch and the things he's been doing on the pitch as well. And I'm just gonna touch on the last thing that you said about like, Jurgen on the touchline, because as a fan, like, I'm so passionate because like people who know me, they know how I am when I watch Liverpool games. Like, I just go mad, I go crazy. So I want my manager to be that way. Like, I want him to be one of us. And Jurgen was one of us. He knows he is a Red, like I still miss his song. So it was good to see him back in the dugout as well in the Legends game,
Bro, seeing him in the tracksuit, bro. We was robbed of that. We was robbed of that Adidas and Klopp link up. He looks so perfect.
What's the best thing that I want right now? Like a dream come true. He comes back to be a manager, Gerrard as the assistant, and we signed Thiago in a short-term deal, and Thiago as we signed him. Bro, that's the perfect scenario.
That is perfect, bro.
We have Jurgen and Stevie on the touchline, and then Thiago on our bench as well to come on. Like,
it's perfect. That would be perfection, bro.
Yeah,
but you said it there as well perfectly, bro. When we had bad years, bro, he never threw the players under the bus. The first thing Klopp would say, bro, is that it's all on me. The responsibility is on me.
Facts.
I think there's been times this season where Slaughter's kind of alluded to, the players let me down. It wasn't. It's not because of me. It's like, you are the manager, mate.
Bro, it's not even only. It's not. Remember, I said up something about what he said about Calvin Ramsey. Even with Ibu, with Konate, he said he's always like, what did he say? Like, he's all on the crime scene or something like that.
Yeah, he's always on some bullshit like that. Yeah,
about him on the crime scenes, like this guy, man. Like, at least Jurgen, he knows. Like, even though as a manager, sometimes that maybe it's not your fault. Let's say like we played so good, not throughout the game basically, but we had just two bozo moments, two errors, and let's say we lose 2-1. So let's say we do know that it's because the players cost us this game, but Klopp is the type of guy who would still put it on himself.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I don't remember once where Klopp, Jurgen actually said like, "Oh, it's this guy lost so many aerial duels, or this guy lost the ball, or I have better options
Never,
than this
bro.
guy, or this guy's on the crime scene." Like there's always him putting himself first, responsible, and he took accountability, on multiple occasions. So with this manager, it's totally the opposite, honestly.
Exactly,
And
bro.
also like
Totally.
just the Galatasaray game, he was so animated on the touchline slot, I think. And you know what? I don't think people are talking about it enough. They keep saying that, oh, I've never seen slot like this because he was under pressure. Like I think we just drilled the game to Spurs, and he was
Yeah,
under pressure. And then if we got knocked out by Galatasaray out of the Champions League, he would have been sacked, and that's why he was so animated and so hyped up. But for
yeah.
me, I feel like it was all like it wasn't natural to me because if he's not that type of guy from day one, how can he be that guy now? Like Klopp was always like that from
It
the
felt
start.
forced in it, basically.
So
You
for me,
felt like he was
yeah, it
putting
felt
acts
like it
up.
was all an act. It was all an
Yeah.
act. It was forced. It was
Because, bro,
scripted.
it disappeared against Brighton, didn't it?
In
It was gone.
fact, I don't
It
buy into it,
disappeared.
man. I just don't buy
Yeah,
into it.
I hear it, bro.
Like,
I hear it, bro. But then,
I'm like that every single game from the first game of the season, bro.
yeah, bro.
Even
Yeah.
even sometimes watching friendly games, and this guy like doing it for the camera and shit. So
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, bro. But let's say, for example, then, let's say Zabi Alonso does come in. And do you think it's if Slot does go, do you think it's definitely Alonso? Do you think there's anyone else we could look at maybe? Or nah?
I think if Luis Enrique announced that he's leaving PSG, because now I think there's some uncertainty there, right, in Paris
Mm,
whether he's gonna stay with PSG. I think he might stay, but if he announces that he plans to look to his next chapter of his managerial career and he wants to go to England, try somewhere new because he's been in Spain and now in France. So, but at the same time, if Pep announces that he's leaving, Man City could easily go in for Luis Enrique.
yeah,
But I have a feeling they might get maybe Enzo Maresca because he worked under Pep, or maybe
potentially.
maybe even Company in the future if he leaves Bayern, because
Hmm.
he's a City legend as well, their captain before. So I think if it's not Luis Enrique, I think we will go Alonso as our number one target. But if
Yeah,
Enrique is also available, I think we might try for Enrique as well. We might try for him as well to see what he says. Unless we've given Alonso the word already now, that you are the guy to come in. Because we're not the type of club to actually um back away from our word as well.
100%. Big up Night Time Kid, brother. Hope you're
Yeah,
well. Big up
big up,
yourself,
man.
mate. Big up. So, if Alonso came in, bro, what formation do you think we'd use? What players do you think we should bring in? And who do you think he could get the best out of in our current squad?
Yeah, firstly, yeah, big up nighttime kid, man. And yeah, the thing is with Leverkusen, unbeaten, invincibles, won the double, the German Cup as well. Was
Hmm.
one game away from winning the treble because they lost to Atalanta in the Europa League final. And that he played a formation of did he play with three at the back with Leverkusen as well? Because I know he did that with Madrid. But even with Leverkusen, they played three at the back.
I think he did. He did a 3-5-2 and a 3-4-3.
Yeah.
Those
So
were his
so
two
for, so
formations.
so for me, because that's why Frimpong was playing so good, and they had the Grimaldo left back who scores free kicks as well, and Florian Wirtz was like maybe behind um Boniface, the striker, and
Yeah,
they were just cooking, man. Shaka in midfield. So if it worked out well, I know that was the Bundesliga, but don't forget there's a team like Bayern Munich there who won how many league titles in a row before that. And with
yeah,
Madrid, I don't look much into it that it didn't work out because
yeah. Same here.
they even give him like one whole season, and honestly, like the standards there, it's really high. It's not like he was losing week in week out. They were
Well, he
much
had a
better.
better record than Ancelotti and Zidane.
Yeah, they were still
To begin
playing
with.
well. Like I know they lost to us in the Champions League in the league phase.
Mm,
When I think McAllister scored the winner, but at the same
mm,
time, they were still like second in the La Liga table, and they were still playing some decent football. And it's all about the big names there with Vinicius, Mbappe, you know, now Trent's there. So I think I would like to see a back three because for me personally, right, 3-5-2, I actually like it because um I wanted us to play with wing back since Jurgen when Robbo and Trent were having their own assisting competition, number of assists with Robbo and Trent. I wanted to see Robbo and Trent as fullbacks, under Jurgen and play three at the back with like maybe Konate, Matip, and Virgil, or even Gomez comes in.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see that since Jurgen. I don't know why, but I like this formation. I know that some people don't really like it. People in the comments will probably favor
I
some
hear
other
United champions.
formations, and I know lots
This
of
is
Liverpool fans
this is
actually.
basically just because Amorim didn't do well at United. That's why people are saying it.
And the thing is, because on FIFA, that's what I used to do with Trent and Robbo. And a few minutes ago, we talked about Jeremy Frimpong. So I think the best. Sorry, you there? Oh, you were glitching a
Yeah,
little.
can you hear me,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah, I can. Yeah. It's all good now. So the easy two players to mention that Alonso will get the best out of. Hopefully, it's obviously his two former players in Leverkusen, in Florian and
Yeah.
Frimpong. But for me, Frimpong will, for me, like easily, yeah. You just play Frimpong right wing back. Doesn't matter who the manager is. I think he's going to perform better than he is doing at the
100%.
moment, right? So imagine with someone who's coached him and had him in his team. I think Alonso will get the best out of definitely Frimpong, especially with that formation as well, and Wirtz. But apart from these two, I think Kirkes will even be better because at the same time, we know
100%.
Kirkes loves running up and down the pitch. He loves to attack as well on the overlap. So with his pace, I think Kirkes works well as well, on the left wing back. And I think there's more protection for Virgil. I know that when you're attacking, it's just three at the back, but at the same time, when you're defending, it's five at the back. So that's how you get more protection at the back. And I just feel like you go with what's best. I won't guarantee that Alonso will play his formation because I think it depends more on the team. Like it's not guaranteed that if he comes in, it's gonna be 3-5-2. So or 3-4-2-1 or 3-4-3. Like it's not guaranteed because he needs to see what he has to be able to use the tools. He can't just
100%.
play the same formation in every team he goes to. It depends on the players we have, who we sign
I
in the
agree.
summer, how much the owners back him as well. Will
Yeah.
he get the players that he wants or not? So, but personally, yeah, the obvious ones are obviously Florian and Frimpong, and I am a fan of playing with wing backs. Do you fancy the formation, or you want to stick to?
I like it, bro. I think again we're entering a new era now, bro. So we are going away
Yeah.
from what we were like
Yeah.
in Jurgen's day, 3-4-3 or 4-2-3-3. Sorry, and 4-2-3-1. We're transitioning, bro, and sometimes change is good in my opinion. And I think this time here, Alonso coming in three at the back, I think change is good and it could work definitely. I do. It's like you said, only if he's back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hear it, man.
Yeah.
But before we get into the ranking stuff, then, bro, the main talking point of the show, obviously, Mohamed Salah announced he was leaving Liverpool Football Club during the break.
Yeah.
I think it's the right thing, but I'm still upset about it. What was your reaction to that news, bro?
Yeah. Honestly, I saw it coming. Like, I don't think we were that surprised, and the majority of us, I think, are coming to an agreement, to the conclusion that it is the right time for him to leave. But we're all just scared of one thing that I mentioned as well. That does that mean the manager stays? But honestly, I was willing to just let him see out his contract. Like I wouldn't mind being a squad player. Big up, man. Mr. Joshy.
Big up, Joshy, J, mate. Appreciate you. Big up.
Yeah, so I was willing to actually keep him to let him see out his contract. Leave on a free, because even now he's leaving on a free anyways, right? Because I think they came to a mutual agreement to terminate his contract. Even with a year left, we're actually not even going to sell him. He's leaving for free. So might as well keep him as a backup, bring in, I wouldn't say bring in like an understudy, bring in someone to start next season. And then, we can rotate Salah and play him in the games here and there, not week in, week out. But if he's leaving, I don't like, I'm not going to lose sleep on it. Obviously it's sad, it's coming an end to an era, we had the front three of Bobby, Salah, and Mane. That was the
What a
best
front three.
front three in the world. I don't care what anyone says. Like,
Yes,
okay,
I agree.
up there with MSN, obviously.
But that's one of the best front threes of Premier League era all time.
In the Prem, 100%. Yeah, in the Prem, 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, sad times, but I just feel like it hasn't like sunk in fully yet. Like I'm gonna feel it more when it's like down to the last
Final,
two games.
Yeah,
like
yeah, the final game.
the final few games. Then that's what happened with Jurgen Klopp when he announced it.
Same, bro. Yeah.
Honestly, actually broke down when Jurgen announced it. It was different
that was
to
a sad
Salah.
one.
Because that came out from nowhere though,
Mhm.
and he won us so many things. So we were like, what? And then after that, that's when the countdown begins. Like, oh shit, he has like 5 games left, 4 games left. So it's Salah is gonna get emotional towards the end. I just wish, he ends it on a high, like to win more with us. And whether that's the champs or the FA Cup, I just hope there's something, at least there's something for him to leave on.
I agree, but he has. I want to see him.
Yeah.
I want to see.
He's never had like a bad season, Like this has been his worst season in 9 years.
It's funny how the rivals will wait for him to have a season like now at 34 years old to start talking crap about him. For years, he's been dunking on the Premier League, let's be honest. Regardless of this season, he goes down, in my opinion, as a Premier League legend and, of course, a Liverpool legend. So I'll always love the guy. I think you'll agree as well.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I don't think it would have changed much tonight, Tom Kidd, personally. I think Salah would have probably gone regardless.
Yeah. Because me and you were on the same page. We do think that Alonso will come in, Slot will get the sack. That's what we're hoping, and I do think we do believe that. Maybe not 100%, but yeah, I think Salah would leave regardless, man. I think he just wants to. I think he knows himself best, whether he's how he is, and he knows the Premier League is the hardest league. He did everything he could in the past 9 years. Last season was his best season. Imagine, like, in terms of numbers and stuff, last season and the first season that he joined. So I think he just wants to try out. Like, I'm actually intrigued to see, whether he goes to Saudi now, America now, or he still wants to be in like Europe.
Be very interesting for sure, bro. But like you said, hopefully we can just send him off in the best way. I don't think it will get easier either, bro. Because next season Van Dijk and Alisson's contracts are running out, so we could get more bad news next season. But hopefully,
how they post the photo of us in the Champions League final of the starting 11.
Yeah, they grade. Yeah, it felt weird. Just 3
now we're down to 3 because I think Robbo is gonna leave this summer. Maybe there's a chance he's gonna leave. I hope we give him a contract to be like still our backup because I like him. But bro, we're down to Alisson, Van Dijk, and Robbo, man. Just 3 players from the lineup.
If you don't, I think it'll probably keep Slot. Then I think if we don't get Alonso, I think we keep Slot. I think you agree as well, bro. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's not what we want, but yeah.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, having said all of that, bro, been a great talk so far. I created this on the tier list, and I thought we'd do this before we do the Legends one. So
I have the current squad, right?
The current squad, yes. So I've got 3 tiers here. Hopefully you can see this, bro. It is a little bit slow. See, here we go. Apologies, bro. Thing is moving slow as fuck, I don't know why. Can you still hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. But yeah, I can't. Okay, yeah, I think it's coming up now.
Yeah, you can see that now on the screen, right?
Yeah.
That was weird, bro. It just like that for some reason. That was very weird. So if I zoom in, on the thing, very, very weird. So
this is actually a good evaluation, man, to see which of these players are good enough to stay with us next season.
I hope you can see that, but or is it still zooming?
Yeah, I can see it, man. All good.
Yeah. Okay. So the tiers are created by world class, potential to be world class, very good, average, and not good enough. And there's the whole squad, the current squad anyway. So I thought we'd do this together. We'd rank the squad, and we'd put certain players in certain tiers. tier, should I say?
Good.
When Sean left. Yeah, I hear it. Nighttime Kid, we hear it, bro. We hear that. So yeah, let's start with Ali then. Allison, what tier would you put Ali in, bro?
Top, bro, world class.
That has to be right. Has to
I
be
think
world
because
class.
I know that he's getting a lot of like stick this season, and
Yeah,
obviously, and I agree that he's an injury prone goalkeeper.
yeah,
Getting injured every single season. We know with Ali, but whenever he
yeah.
plays, like I still remember so many games this season he saved us from like so
Down the
many
years, bro,
points, so,
he's proved
so many
himself to
goals.
be world class down the years. It's not
I
an
think he's
argument.
still like if he's not the best in the world at the moment, he's still like in the top 5, man.
Hundred
I
percent,
still think he's
hundred
the
percent.
best in the Prem though, but he's up like Donnarumma in terms of this season, Donnarumma and obviously Raya, but in general, yeah, he's still top, man. He's world class.
This guy loves Mohamed Philly, by the way, bro. He's a big Mohamed Philly fan, which is
Seriously,
mad. But yeah, I think we agree on that about Allison, easily world class.
yeah.
Mohamed Philly, bro, what you saying on the backup goalkeeper? What have you made of him so far when he's played this season?
Uh, the thing with him, yeah, I feel like all the games that he's been playing for us this season, whenever he came in, I think we had like a bad performance throughout the team, so you can't really blame him for like there was no like clear major errors, but there were
Yeah.
some goals that I thought like, well, maybe Allison would have saved that, But at the same time, it's like a mistake that we made ourselves in defense, so I can't really put the blame on him. But again, there were so many great saves as well. I think he's a good shot stopper. He's left-footed, so sometimes I know he wants the players to give him the ball to his left, and our players might not remember it because they've been so used to playing with Ali, for so many years,
Yeah.
especially with Virgil and Allison playing together for so long. So I feel like for now he's been average for us. For now, like he's been good.
I agree.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's between average or good, but again, when Nighttime Kid is saying that he has a potential to be world class, I also agree with that, but I'm not sure if that's too
For
big to say
Nighttime
at the
Kid,
moment.
we'll put him in good on Nighttime Kid's behalf there.
But
I
what
would
do you
put him
think
in
of his
average, but
performances so far, though? It's not been
Yeah.
that been. It's not. There's not been that many games though. The sample size is quite small. But would you say
Yeah.
he's been good so far? All the games he played.
agreed, bro. Agreed. So that's the two keepers out the way. Next up, bro, we'll do this overall as well, bro, not just based off the season. Virgil
Yeah.
van Dijk, the captain, the skipper, where we putting him?
The easy one, man.
Top tier, bro.
Put it right
World
next to
class,
Ali.
man. World class, man.
We'll never see the best version of him, obviously, but if you look at the stats, the numbers, and you said in general as well,
Yeah, for me, bro,
not just this season.
Alisson, Van Dijk, and Salah are 3 world class players in our squad. Personally, I don't feel they get enough respect when it comes to comparing them to all timers. I think Van Dijk's massively overlooked when it comes to all time centre backs in the league. Same with Salah and same with Alisson. They are right up there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed, man. There we go. So yeah, Ali and Verge there. Next up, well, we have Kanate. Ibrahim Kanate. This is a tough one still. What are you saying?
Oh, Ibu, man. Because last season he's top, man. Last season he would be top easily, but now this season there were games where he had like a 9 out of 10 performance.
Yeah.
Some games he's been like a 2 or 3 at best. He conceded the penalty against Leeds. That's what led to what the manager said about him, about the crime scene. So, like for me, in general, he's not a world-class center back, not yet.
No, yeah, definitely.
He's been staying fit for the last 2 seasons. This season and last season, he's been staying fit, so that's a good thing. But as a whole,
I would put him in a very good, bro. I think he's a very good and has potential to be world class.
Because when it comes to this season, I would say average this season, just like majority of our players. But as a whole, what he's done for us since he came in,
very
past
good. Yeah,
seasons, I would say he's been very good as well.
100%, man. And I do think he's been better, bro, since the Newcastle game at home. I do think he has looked a lot better, personally.
And big up to him as well, man. After what he's been through with his dad as well, to come back, and he scored 100%. on the day he came back. I think it was against Newcastle that he scored on his return.
100%.
Oh, and hopefully, yeah, we keep him, man. Like sign the contract, man, bro.
Fingers crossed, bro. Fingers crossed. Next up, man like Joe Gomez and Joey.
Oh, it hurts me to say, man, but I think it's time to sell him this summer.
Yeah, I agree.
I know we're not doing the whole sell sub start thing right now for next season, but the past 10 years, I would say he's been a good servant for us. Slotted in at no pun intended, slotted in at right back, at center back, and yeah, I think big up to Drifty. I think he said it on the Copish like last time that he actually started like at least I forgot how many games he started, but not that many. But in all competitions, it's been maybe double figures by now. I'm not sure, but again, man, with his injuries, like you can't rely on him. Like I would love to say that every time he comes in, he performs well for us. But I can still think of games that he's been sloppy and losing the ball as well. So
100%.
But again, if we're factoring as the whole, though,
I'd just put him in average, bro. I think he's not a bad player.
I was thinking between average or good, But if it's this season and he hasn't really been key to our success in the last few years as well, so I would agree with you there.
Average, 100%. Big up Danchon, by the way, bro. Appreciate you being in, brother. So yeah, Joe Gomez, average. Think we can agree there. Okay, so next up we have Leone, someone we bought this summer. This is an interesting one.
I think we can't even rate him, right? Because he's played one game. He got injured on his debut.
Yeah, bro.
And we can't even make the statement that he has potential to be world class because he's only we haven't seen anything.
Bro. So
he was good. He was good in the was it the Carabao Cup game against Southampton?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was quite good on his debut, but he looks promising. But I don't know, bro. Like we can't give him a rating. I think it would be unfair, right?
100%, bro. So we'll skip Leone then, bro.
Yeah, because we can't really say he's not.
Yeah, bro. I hear it, bro. I do hear that 100%. After that, bro, we got Robbo. Yeah, bro.
I've seen photos of Leone as well out there, not 100%. Training with the ball yet, but at least running on grass.
I think he'll be a good player for us in years to come. I genuinely do. But obviously for now, I agree, can't rank him. So next up, bro, man like Robertson, what we saying?
Bro, if this was his Liverpool career, right? For me, I think he's just behind Ashley Cole in the best left backs in the Premier League. People will argue that there's like the likes of Leighton Baines from Everton as well, or Patrice Evra. Yeah. But then for us, like I can't lie, he's probably Jurgen's best signing right next to Bobby Firmino, if you consider the fee. Yeah. Such a bargain to come in and actually take the spot from Alberto Moreno. Then he came in. And for us, he's been like one of Klopp's crucial players under this, era with Jurgen Klopp the past 7, 8, 9 years. But then he's not been a starter this season. But every time he comes in, I think he's been decent because there's been games, I think, where he could have done better as well. And last season, if you remember, since last season where he was conceding like penalties for us, like fouling players in the box, getting sent off. There was like 2-3 games last season, actually, the Fulham game, I think, if I'm not mistaken. If you're ranking it as a whole, I think he's like, what's above very good again?
Very good. I put potential to be world class, but
above that is potential to be world class.
I just put him in world class. I can't lie.
Like, yeah, because you're saying that. Yeah, because you're saying it's as a whole, I would say
Robbo
he's world class. But if you're talking about the here and now, like obviously he's not at that level anymore. You know what I mean?
100%.
But if you talk about his time in Liverpool Football Club, then
had to do it overall, in it, because otherwise a lot of our players are in the lower tiers. Don't want to see that.
They're all average or good, not good enough, man. Or else you have to scroll up. Then there's no point of scrolling up.
Exactly. So next up we have Kerkez, bro. Milos Kerkez.
Oh,
what have you made of him so far?
So when the season started, the first few games, he looked quite shaky. I remember him getting subbed off against Burnley, I think it was, in the
Mhm.
like right at halftime.
Yeah, it was
Or
Burnley.
even before halftime, I think that
Yeah,
he just
he
got subbed
subbed
off.
him off in the first
Yeah,
half of that game.
he got a
Burnley.
yellow card. He was all over the place,
Mhm.
you know. And I still think he still needs to calm down a little bit because
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know his energy level. He's just up there wanting to go in for a tackle right away, you know. But
Mhm.
sometimes I think just take it easy, you know, study the game a bit more. But with age, I think he'll get better, you know. So
Mhm.
and it's good that he's learning from Robbo as well, even though he's the
Definitely.
starter. But he has man like Robbo to give him advice, because Robbo knows this club in and out now. He's been doing it for years. So I think so far, especially his recent second half of the season, actually, I think he's been really good for us, actually. So it's
Yeah.
between good or very good. And again, I'm not judging him on anything else, but we've seen him only for, not even a one whole season. At the
Yeah.
same time, don't forget, he was voted as Premier League's best left back last season, when he played for Bournemouth as well. So
Exact. Hundred
even if you're
percent.
going it as a whole, the past 1 2 3 years, he's been up there.
Yeah. So
Do you think he has a potential to be world class though?
I definitely do, bro. I think once he gets going, I think he definitely has the potential. But I agree with you now, bro. I think he goes in very good next to Ibu. I agree, bro. Next up, bro, man like Frimpong, Jeremy Frimpong Frimmers.
I can't lie, bro. Like some games, I can't even blame him honestly. Some games he's playing right back, some games right wing, and then he's been in and out of the squad with his injuries.
Mm,
It's so hard to rate him honestly because he's had good games where I thought like, okay, people thought he wasn't that good defensively, but he looks pretty decent, not that bad. And obviously going forward, he can't offer what Trent used to do for us, but with his pace. But there were times where he was too predictable, that it was all about just kick and run to the byline. And,
yeah,
yeah, he fails to do that a couple of times. But again, I remember I forgot which game was it, but he cut into his left foot and just banged it top bins. So he did score a goal for us
mm,
a few times where he crossed it in and it was an own goal, where he got the credit. But I don't know where I can't lie. I think he's been average so far this season because of the amount of games he
yeah.
played as well. But as a whole, would you say he's good? Because for Leverkusen, you can't forget what he did as well in that season for them.
Overall, yeah, bro, I'd say he's good, and I do think he's another one who has potential to be
But he
world
can
class,
definitely get better though. Yeah, 100%.
100%. But for now, I've got to agree with you, bro. I think we have to put him in average based off of this season, or as a whole as well, even, bro, because as a whole he's been very hit and miss. I think. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Next up, bro, the other right back, Connor Bradley.
Uh, I think before the big injury he got against Arsenal, he was actually doing quite well.
Mm,
But bro, if you remember correctly, there were times where every time Frimpong got injured, same with Bradley, it kept happening 2 3 times. Because I remember they both came back the same time and then they were out
mm.
the same time. That's why we had to play like Sabozalai there, Curtis Jones
Yeah, yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah.
Wataru Endo there. So, oh man, I'm just trying to think of all the games he's played for so far because it's
Mm.
been so long that I've seen
The
him.
Madrid game at home, bro. He was immense in that
Oh,
Madrid game.
bro, it's always against Madrid that he's been doing
Yeah,
so good. What was it? Last time out, last game was against Mbappe. This time it was up against was it Winnie.
Vinicius, yeah, locked them both
So
down.
yeah, if we just talk about that game, he was actually world class in that game. But him as a player overall, uh, corner. I'm thinking between good or I think it would be a stretch to say very good because I don't think he's been very good because can't blame
Mm.
with the injuries. But would you say he's average or good?
I would put him in good personally, bro. I think again
Yeah.
has
But
potential.
I can't
If
think of
he's,
at the same time, I can't think of any games that he's been like bad for us though, right?
yeah, same. I can't think of none. So yeah, Connor in good for me next to Mohamed Asfili. I agree. He's been good. Next up, bro, the Japanese warrior,
Oh
Wataru Endo.
man. Another guy who's out for the season-ending injury.
Mm.
Same with Bradley now, Endo. That's why right back is like a curse, right? The right back
It is.
curse. Frimpong
It
getting
is.
injured, Bradley getting injured, Endo getting injured. Don't forget Sabozalai got the red card as well against City once when he played right back. So
Mhm.
there's a curse going on that right back position. But with Wataru, yeah, I think he's played even lesser this season than the last season, and now obviously
Yeah,
he's been out
he's
for a
hardly
while.
played. Hardly played.
Yeah, so it's hard to rate him honestly, man. Because even the games that he used to come on, like the last 5 minutes, 2 minutes, like him and Chiesa been getting like, you know, shit minutes. Honestly, I can't lie.
Bro, I think Endo's first season when we first bought him, Klopp's last year, I thought he was really good. I can't lie. I
He
thought
was,
he
and he
was
was
very,
banging in
very
goals as
useful.
well, bro. He was scoring goals,
He
man,
was. Yeah.
in the Europa League game against Fulham as well.
Yeah.
The comeback with mates. So
Yeah. It's a hard one still.
we can only judge him on the games that he's
Overall.
played so far
Yeah.
and overall his time with us. Also,
See,
you know,
with him,
what
bro,
the
I'm
Prem
looking
League
at that first season. I'm looking at him based off of that first season because he was immense. You know, considering Chelsea got
Yeah,
Caicedo
yeah.
and everyone was hyping him up, Endo, no one really gave him
And
a
you know
chance.
what? Shout out to Endo. Yeah, there's a quote that came out today. I just read what he said as well about at the time that he got injured against Sunderland,
Mm.
where he actually he said he wasn't crying because of the injury. He was crying because the fans were actually chanting his song. You
Yeah,
know,
that's lovely, man.
so
That is
he said
lovely.
he was crying because of that, and he said he was ready to put his body on the line. And he did mention that Robbo told him to like get up to defend the corner if he can, and then
Mm.
he tried to do it, and he had to go down again. So you know,
He's a warrior, man. He's a proper
yeah, that's
warrior.
the thing.
Anyways.
I love
I love
these type of players, man. Like James
him.
Milner, like Wataru
Mm.
Endo, who would just put their body on the line for the club, and whether
Mhm.
they play 1 minute or 90 minutes, it's all about the badge for the fans for the club.
Exactly. Love them, man.
So, bun it, man, because it's overall as well. He's won us the league as well. First season he's played well. I would put him good or very good, man. It's up to you.
You know what? Let's have a look. Fuck it, bro. We'll put him in. Yeah, I'll put him in good. I'll put him in good. Don't want to
Yeah,
over.
I think good is fair. Good is
Yeah,
fair.
good is fair, bro. Good is definitely fair. Next up, bro, Gravenberch. Man like Ryan Gravenberch.
Oh, just last season. If it's just last season, then he's world class. Just the last season, as in isolation, one season, world class was last season. But in the first season, I think under Jurgen, he wasn't starting week in week out because Klopp did play with Taro Endo, did play McAllister in the 6, and we used to play 4-3-3 with Jurgen. So didn't score as much this season. He's been scoring, I think, in the Merseyside derby, a few goals here and there against Aston Villa. I think not too long ago he scored. Forgot which game was it. Was it the Galatasaray game in the Champions League? He just scored. So sometimes he's been playing as a box-to-box midfielder as a number 8. Sometimes he's as a 6. Because with this manager, we just don't know what's going on. I see Szoboszlai deeper than Grav at times, or sometimes McAllister. So with us, he's been here. I think this is his 3rd season, right?
Third season, yeah.
Correctly, because he came at the same time as McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Endo.
Yeah, same.
Where we got the whole new midfield. I wouldn't say he's world class yet, obviously.
I'd say very good though. I would have him,
but
I think he has potential as well. To be fair,
he has potential. Yeah,
I can't lie. I'd put him in potential to be world class. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
based off of everything I've seen.
Because honestly, like we do have to like put in some players in that category as well. And the reason why we haven't put in the likes of like let's say Leone is because we haven't seen any evidence, and he's still young. We can't really say he's gonna be world class. Even Mamadashvili saw less games, but with this guy, we definitely can because he's still young as well, right? Graf, he's like what 24, I think. Wait, I can't hear you, bro. No, I can't hear you, bro. Yeah. I'll just check his age as well. Gravenberch. Big up, guys, man. Smash the like if you haven't already. Yeah, man. Bun Trent. He left.
Can you hear me now, bro?
can't see
Can
myself.
you hear me now?
Yup.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Brilliant. Apologies for that, bro. Don't know what happened there. My bad.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Just add that
You,
back
you,
to the
you,
screen again.
you can hear me though, right?
I can hear you. Yeah. Apologies, bro.
Yeah.
I can definitely still hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Graham
Apologies.
is 23. He's 23, turning 24 in
Mhm.
May next month, Graham Birch. So yeah, he's
Yeah.
still
So
young, man.
I think he has potential. Definitely has the
Definitely.
potential. Next up, Dominic Soboslai.
I'm so tempted to just say that he's world class now because he's carrying his
Mhm.
country, he's carrying us this season. He can play multiple positions. He's so versatile. He has that, captaincy material in him. Future captain for us, hopefully.
Mhm.
The Hungarian Steven Gerrard. Like the long range goals. He can do it all. But I just don't know if he's there yet. Another guy who's still young, by the way,
He's been
already
brilliant this
captain
year, bro. He's been
country.
brilliant.
If Graham Burge is in potential for me, this guy has to be there
Definitely.
too.
I was going to say the same, bro.
Unless you
Potential to
think
be
he's
world
already
class.
world class, though.
I think for me, bro, I'd like to see him do it back-to-back seasons. I can't lie. But
Same.
the way he's going, but I've gained so much respect for him this season. So
Yeah,
much.
he's 25, man.
I've gained so much respect, man. He's gonna definitely be a player for years to come. Definitely, if he stays with us.
Yeah.
Next up, bro, Alexis McAllister.
Oh, Maka. Again, last season, one of our best players. This season, I can't lie. This season, he's been nowhere near where Sabozalai is for us. He's the opposite, in fact. And now did you see with the new haircut? He
The Gerrard
with the new,
haircut, yeah.
and then him coming back to training today, all the players like greeting him and touching his head now with the new haircut. But
yeah.
I'd say, oh my god, it's only because of how bad he's been this season, man. Honestly, like he turned up in just like few games against Forest away, he scored the winner. Against
Yeah.
Madrid at home, scored the winner.
I'd
But again,
put
if
him
we're
in
doing
good, bro.
overall, yeah, if it's overall, then it's between good or very good. But if it's
Yeah.
this season, 10. If it's this season, then it's not good enough. If it's just this season, but
Yeah, we'll go overall, bro, to be fair.
overall,
So I'd
then
put him in very good.
yeah.
Very good in my opinion.
But he was a crucial part of us winning the league last season as well, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Look, definitely. Next up, we have Florian Wirtz, the superstar signing, Florian Wirtz.
I don't know if people are calling him world class yet, but he's done it in the Bundesliga. Now he has to do it in the Prem. Up and down season for him so far. Start slow, start scoring again. I think got injured for a bit, came back, and now has been average. I think so. He definitely has the potential to be world class though. Easily.
I think definitely potential to be world class.
Yeah,
I think
easily, bro. And I think he
and I
will be.
think he
I'm
will
so
be in my
confident. Like,
opinion.
yeah, he will be in like a few years' time. He's one of the best players in the world, if not the
Definitely,
best.
bro. Definitely potential. Just obviously for now, I don't think he's quite there.
Yeah,
Curtis
yeah.
Jones, bro. Curtis Jones, the scouser in the team.
Yeah, man. The scouts are in the team. Not like the other guy who's gone to Madrid, but
Yeah,
with
exactly.
this guy, honestly, every time that Curtis comes on in the second half, I can't think of a single bad game, honestly. Like, the way he keeps the ball.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I agree with our fans that he releases the ball a bit too slow, maybe just a second too late. You're like, just give that ball away sometimes, But if you want to keep the ball, we're winning the game. Curtis is one of the best, best players to keep the ball in. He can play in multiple roles as well, right back.
Yeah.
In midfield, in the 10. But again, he's another guy who had like an outburst, a bust up with the manager, just like Salah, and that's why he hasn't been starting games as well. But this season, I just don't think this guy will ever be world class. Sadly, I think we've seen the best, or maybe maybe like if he goes to a better team or Alonso comes in and plays him more, he can get more GNA. But I think we know what Curtis is about. He's not a young guy coming up anymore like Rio. He's part of the main team now. I just think he's overall Would you say he's been very good?
I'd say it's out of good and very good for sure.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
of the
It's,
two.
it's between the
Based
two.
off of this season, I'd say very good. Overall, I'd say good.
Yeah,
I'd put him in good, bro.
there was a point this season where we couldn't even drop him. Like he was
Yeah, bro.
undroppable.
He was
Well,
playing
during
that
which
well.
period?
Mm,
But then
literally,
he
bro.
got injured or something, and then the thing with Slot happened.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good then, bro.
yeah,
I'd put him in
I
good for
agree.
sure. Okay, here we go, man. Here we go. Next up, Cody Gakpo. Uh,
Just
Cody Gakpo, you know.
it's. I know that we're doing it on overall, but yeah, at the
Mm,
same time, we have to factor in now the present and the future for us,
mhm.
whether he's good enough for us. I'm sorry, man. We need to put someone down there in the category, right?
Yeah,
I just won't say it, but yeah, put him all the
it
way
has to
down,
be
bro.
the one, bro.
Because
He's the first one who made it there. The first one.
yeah,
Uh,
man. Like, I'm
yeah.
sorry, Cody. I know, like you won us the league. You did well last season on the left side. Same with Diaz. They both were
Mhm,
having their competition going on left wing last season. Cody and
mhm.
Lucho, but Diaz was the guy I wanted to keep. And if Bayern comes in for Cody, I think we should cash in
I agree,
and
bro.
hopefully they give us Elise.
Definitely.
We'll take Cody and we'll plus cash as well. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, yeah, give us Elise. We'll give Cody and.
yeah. Bargain, bargain, bro.
But
Bargain.
I'm sorry, man. Like Cody, he's too predictable and just not good enough for our team, man. That's why
I
we all
agree, bro.
shouting for a new left winger. So
Yeah. I think as a sub, bro, we can still do with him, but as a starter, he can't be the guy for us. He can't.
yeah, I agree.
He can't. Next up, bro, Rio, man like Rio, the youngster that came through this
Oh,
season.
but I know he's just like 18 or whatever he is, 17, 18, but he definitely has the potential to be world class, bro. I can
Yeah.
say it from now. We don't need to see
Mhm.
much of him. You can just tell when a baller is a baller, bro. Like it's quite obvious with him if he's ready to take on players now with no fear. I just believe
Mhm.
this guy. I know, like with Leone, I kind of said you can't really judge because, well, he's played only one game for us and he's still young. But with this guy,
Mhm.
we've seen on multiple occasions now. He's doing it for his country as well, for the under 21s. So for me, he has the potential definitely. But
Potential.
do
So
you
should
agree
we
with
put him
that?
potential? I agree. I agree. Overall, where would we put him though? Where would you
Like
think?
like for this season, he's been very good for us easily. But then
Yeah,
I do see the potential to actually go further ahead to be world
definitely.
class one day.
Yeah. It looks good so far to this, but I think we're ranking them pretty.
Bro, and I think we should start him against City, man. Honestly,
I agree,
this
bro.
time,
Definitely off the left. I agree.
yeah,
100%, man. 100%. Next up, bro, Mohamed Salah. Again, no debate, right?
easy,
We
easy,
know where
easy,
he
easy,
goes.
easy. And we already talked on the whole him leaving thing, so yeah, nothing more to say.
Yeah,
Easily world class
easily,
up
man. We're
there.
talking overall here, bro. This is one of the greatest wingers we've
Yeah,
ever seen, not just for Liverpool, but for the Prem in
arguably,
general as well.
arguably the one of the best players of all time in the Premier League.
Yes, bro.
One of the
Indeed.
goats. He's in the conversation
Indeed, bro.
now.
100%, man. You can't really argue there.
Yeah.
Federico Chiesa, bro. Someone that I like,
Oh,
but he doesn't get enough minutes.
same, man. Same. It's just so sad, man. And now that his country won't be going to the World Cup, so he
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
won't be selected.
Condolences there as well.
And he's definitely leaving as well. I think even if we change managers, I think he's gonna go somewhere else, back to
Yeah.
Italy maybe.
Hmm.
I think his injury, he got unlucky because, bro, this would have been so different if he didn't get his ACL injury, right, with Juventus.
Hmm.
This guy definitely had the potential to be world class. Like he was
Oh,
one of the
easily.
best wingers in the world at the time,
Easily,
bro. Like
bro.
he was
Easily.
cooking, man. He can play on the left, on the right, but now because of the injury, unfortunately. But this season, remember that from the start of the season where every time he came on, he was scoring the winning goals or the equalizing goals for us. Every time he came on, he had like a goal or an assist.
Hmm.
But that started to dry away, dry out. And it's because of the game time as well. But you remember the start, right, where he came against
Oh,
Bournemouth first game of the season, came on, scored the winner.
so
He
clutch, bro. So clutch.
scored in the cup games, assisted as
Yeah,
well. Scored against Palace away, the
100%.
equalizer. Even
He
though we
was
still
rocking up,
lost.
bro. He was saving slot. He was, and his song. I think for me, he has the best player song. For me, it would
I
be.
think
I think
against
Diogo's song is the best,
Oh, yeah.
and then I
Facts, I
think
agree.
Chiesa after that is second.
I
I
think it
love
was the
Chiesa's
Sunderland
song.
game, right? Against Sunderland where he tracked back to make
Yeah,
that goal
with
line
the goal line
clearance.
clearance. Yeah,
Or else we would have
at
lost
home.
that game against Man United at home. Even though we lost, he assisted Cody Gakpo for the equalizing
Yeah,
goal.
Mhm.
But then later on, second half of the season,
He's just
you
not
know,
got
like I
the
said,
sniff in it, bro. Not got a
yeah, and it's
sniff.
because of the game time as well, man. And every
Yeah.
time when like we're traveling for like an away Champions League game, the manager says he's ill, he's sick. So
Yeah, but I don't buy it.
and now
I don't.
he literally got selected in the playoffs for Italy in the international
Yeah.
break. The Tuso actually selected him, but you saw he had to leave the camp and come back again. Like I just don't know what's going on with him with fitness issues. But so far this season,
Where
if
do
this
we?
was first half of the season, I would have said very good.
Very
You're
good.
judging
Yeah.
on the impact he's made since coming on for us. And last season, it's been even worse because if we think he's been playing less this season, imagine last season it was even lesser than this
It was,
because
bro.
we were
It
signed
was. So,
him. Now
uh,
it's so hard to say, man. Honestly, like when you
I
say
want to put him
average,
in good.
but yeah, that's
It
fair.
feels so wrong
Actually, you know what?
putting him in.
Good is okay because if this was first half of the season, it's very good, and if it's second half of the season, it's average. So it's fair to put it in the middle, in the middle, which is good.
Yeah,
So
I can't put him. We can't put him in average, but we love the guy, man. Love the guy. I can't put him in
yeah,
average.
but
Yeah, I
his
think that's
song
fair, man.
is
Put him in good.
his song is world class though.
The song is. I love how I love how all of our songs just rattle everyone, bro. They just rattle
Yeah,
everyone. You know the Diogo song, but when we put in better than
we
Figo,
have the
it's
best
got
songs,
everyone
man,
on
in
the
our
screen.
fan base. I don't care what anyone says. We
I
have the
agree,
best
bro.
chance, best
I
song.
agree, man. Definitely. So my last two, bro. This is interesting now. So Alexander Isak. Alexander
Because
Isak.
last season with Newcastle, since he came into the Premier League, actually, I think he's been performing at the level of literally he had the potential to be world class.
Mm-hmm.
Some were already calling him world class after last season. That he's one of the best strikers in the world now, not just in the league.
Yeah.
Because I think he scored like what was it? He had a good season with Newcastle. Won them the Carabao Cup.
He had a very good
Again,
season.
he
Very good
scored. He
season with them.
scored against us in the final of the cup game, and now with this broken leg coming back, we have to see how he is. Even at the
Overall,
start,
bro, I think he has potential to be world class overall.
yeah, because he's still, I think, what 26 maybe.
Yeah, he's not in his prime yet either. That's the thing. He's not in his prime yet.
Yeah.
So overall,
So
he's a very good
he comes
striker.
back stronger now, and
Yeah.
because before he got the injury, he was still again with the fitness issue and not playing for Newcastle in preseason, and it's just been a stop-start for him, man. So hopefully,
100%.
now we'll see the best of him soon. Next season onwards.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So the last one, bro, before we go into a legends ranking,
Oh,
Hugo Ekitike.
for me, he has potential as well.
Easily,
he's been one of our best players this season. I would say maybe second after Szoboszlai, our second best player this season. And he's still so young, bro. This guy. You see him balling up for France as well.
Looking really good for France.
Olise
this is perfect, bro. Bro. Ugh. I think this is a perfect list, bro. Overall, world-class players at Liverpool. Alisson, definitely. Verge, definitely. Mo, definitely. Those three are just, we know that they're world-class. And then Robbo. People might not agree with the Robbo one, but we think overall it's the right thing to put him in world-class.
Because it's not even about right now. If right now, like if we're judging about right now, I don't think Robbo, I think he's basically, people say washed. I think that's too harsh, but we're not going to see the best of Robbo, Van Dijk, Salah anymore. So
no, definitely.
So yeah, if it's right now, then of course they're not world class.
It's different
at the minute, but overall, definitely, man, for the club.
Yeah, potential, bro. Couple of players on the up: Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Isak, and Ekitike. I agree. I think all of those players have potential to be world beaters in the future. Definitely. Very good. Kanate, Kirkes, McAllister, and Rio. Again, I think that's pretty fair, bro. Good.
Yeah.
Philly, Bradley, Endo, Jones, Chiesa. Fair. Average. We did have two average players. I think Frimpong. We were a bit too harsh on Frimpong, so we could have put him up. But average.
Yeah.
Gomez and Frimpong, and then not good enough. We did have one, which is Cody Gakpo. So let us know, guys, in the chat what you guys think of this ranking. Do let us know. I think we've ranked it perfectly, personally, but Obviously,
Yeah,
people got different opinions. Couldn't rank
but I know
Leona,
people. I know people
obviously.
might be like, you can also put maybe Chiesa. Maybe he's not good enough for us even as
Mm,
backup.
could.
But then he's been good every time he came on, and
Mm-hmm.
we just love the guy and his song. So
Love him, man.
I think
Big him
everything
up.
looks pretty fair to me.
Mm-hmm. I like that ranking. Well, I think that was a very good
Yeah,
ranking. So, as you can see, our squad is still good. We still have a very good squad in both of our opinions when it comes to
yeah.
and I think again
Just
it
a
just
couple
shows that we're
more,
not as bad as
you
we
know,
look.
bring in a few more players here and there to fix up, and then a new manager, and we're good to go again.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Okay, bro. So here's the big one. This is the point. This is the main one
because
that we are
because
looking at.
now this is gonna be new to me because I don't know, which legends are on it. Like I have no clue how far back
So
you're going. Oh
quite a lot,
damn!
bro. I picked out the main ones. So
Oh,
as you can see,
nice.
oh, as you can see, a lot of them are from the 80s in it because our best period was the 80s, and then the period we have now in it. So it's a mixture. It's a good mixture there, man.
And obviously we have to say this from the start that we haven't watched what at least half of the players on this list, right?
Some of them we
So
haven't watched, so we won't.
so
We
we
just
can
have to
only
go off
go
what people
by
tell us. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, we can only go by what people have told us, what we've read,
Mm-hmm.
what we've seen on the internet, the videos. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll try to be as accurate as we can.
100%, man. 100%. So we'll
Yeah,
start then, bro. So to
yeah. Let's see
begin
the
with, we
categories,
have.
man.
Ooh, where do we begin?
But can I see the categories? So there's not
Yeah,
a
the categories.
legend on the
Apologies,
list.
bro. So you have legends. I put cult heroes.
Ooh,
Players that people think are legends that are maybe overrated and they're not a legend. You know what I'm saying?
ooh, yeah, I like that, man.
So we'll start off with. So we'll start off with here, Alan Hansen, bro. Someone who is known in the Liverpool, um, the world of Liverpool as being a legend from the 80s. I personally didn't watch him. I know he's a legend,
Yeah.
though.
Yep.
How about yourself, bro? I'm sure you were the same on me with me on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
That way.
that's revealing our age. Obviously people know
Yeah,
we're not like
youngsters, man,
we, we
youngsters.
we weren't born in the 70s and the 80s.
We'll put him in legend,
So,
don't it?
I was born in the late 90s, like 1997. So,
Mm.
yeah, I haven't watched the guy, but bro, like 100% he's a
We know
legend
he's a
because
legend.
the people who watched us since the 80s, they all tell us that if you make the best all-time starting 11 for Liverpool, not just the Prem era, our all-time starting 11, he's actually ahead of Van Dijk or pairing up with Virgil. People compare
Yeah,
Virgil with
people say that.
Alan Hansen, so
Yeah,
it's definitely a legend, man.
definitely, bro. Definitely. Who else do we have here? Let's get the ones that we might not know much about out of the way to make it fair. The goalkeeper here, what's my man's name again?
Clemens,
Clemens. That's it, Clemens.
yeah.
Clemens.
Another
Another
guy,
one that
another guy that I hear him like being like Allison being compared to him, similar to Van Dijk and Hansen. Same thing with Allison and this guy. People keep comparing him to Clemens as well, man. Again,
mm,
only seen what people have said, what I've read, others said about him.
put him
You
in
know,
legendary status, don't
yeah, the players speak highly on this guy, so
they?
legends, man.
Definitely. I'm looking who else do we have here that we might not know much about. Uh, okay, those
I
are the
think
two that most of us won't know
I,
much about.
who's on the far left on in the middle row, left side,
You got Russ
middle
there as
row.
well. You got Souness,
Yeah,
Keegan,
those guys.
Kevin Keegan,
Oh yeah,
uh,
that's Keegan, right? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Dalglish,
Now like
John
the,
Burns.
the big names, yeah.
Yeah. So those are the two that we might not know much. Okay, now we'll get into like actually ranking then, I suppose. So we'll start with that. We'll start with Alisson Becker then, Bob. Man like Ali. What do we see? What do
Yeah.
we think?
We just said minutes ago that this guy's world class. I think when you look back, now he's extended another year with us. When you look
Mhm.
back, for me, easily in the Prem era, he's our best keeper above Pepe
Yeah,
Reina. You
I
know,
agree.
Because Reina, don't get me wrong, Reina was a good keeper for us for so many years, but
Hmm.
Alex is just a different level. The standards he set himself.
Yeah.
We've seen on the best days, like PSG away last season, for example, in the Champions League.
Mhm.
That itself, you show the people why he's the best keeper in the world, one of the best. So for us,
Yeah.
he's been compared to the guy already put in legends, Ray Clemens. So
Yeah.
he has to be, bro. He's a legend to me in
Legend,
my eyes.
definitely. For me, bro, a legend in the Premier League and for Liverpool. Crazily overlooked, bro, when people talk about Schmeichel, when they talk about Van der Sar, David Seaman. Alisson, he gets crazily overlooked in those debates. He's right up there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. So, yeah, Ali, world class, bro, easily. Next up, we have Robbo, then, bro. Man like Andrew Robertson. This is a hard one because when you look at the names here,
Yeah.
cult
The
hero.
thing is, it's between cult hero and legend. But again, like how I said on the previous ranking, that he's for me the second best left back in the Premier League era, just below Ashley Cole. And I think he's the top assister in terms of left back. And in full backs, he's behind only like Trent for the most assists for a defender.
Mm-hmm.
But for left back, I think he's like top, So, bro, this guy, people need to go back and see how he was under Klopp, man. The way he was running up and down the pitch. Because Trent was all about attacking. He can do the defending, but Robbo was attack and defense.
Yeah, bro.
I look at him as a Premier League legend, so he has to be our legend if he's a Premier League legend.
So there you go. Next up, bro, here's an interesting one, Daniel Agger. This is one that I think a lot of people might overlook, but what do you think, Daniel Agger? Where are we putting him?
I actually liked Agger a lot growing up watching him play because honestly, like I'm also left-footed as a footballer. When I play football, I'm actually left-footed. So the fact that this guy is also left-footed, and we don't really see our defenders taking long-range shots these days or scoring from long range. Van Dijk's all about him headering. Same with Konate.
Yeah.
A center back actually bringing the ball out and banging in from 30, 40 yards out. I still remember his goal. I think was it against Blackburn from 30, 40 yards out. So this guy, but I think he's not been there long enough. Or, I mean, I say that he's been there. What? How many years was he here for? Like, it wasn't that short.
For a short, ball, not too long. So for me,
like it wasn't long as like the Virgils, the Robbos, but it wasn't also like a year or two. But the thing is, because we didn't win much with him, we weren't the team we are now. So I would say maybe cult hero.
I agree, bro.
I don't think he's overrated though. Yeah, I think
I think he's very good, but the names there I think are better than him. 100%. Next up, bro, Dirk Kuyt. Another one. Another interesting one, Dirk Kuyt.
Same for me. I think he goes into cult hero as well. Because again, he's been so good for us. Like, Rafa Benitez playing him at right wing in the 4-4-2, right midfield. Sometimes he can play up top as well. And he's always running no matter what. And he's those type of like James Milner in my eyes. Obviously, he can't play like everywhere, but like nothing skillful about him, no flair, no flicks and tricks, but you can always rely on him to put in a performance. And I just don't think he's there yet to be a legend because, again, I think trophies do matter as well when you talk about this. I remember him winning, obviously, like, was it the League Cup that we did in 2012? But yeah, man. You agree with Cult Hero?
I agree, bro. I think you spot on with that one. 100%. So yeah, that's so far. Next up, bro, this is a name that people might look at me and think, why have I put him on there? But Divock Origi.
Yeah. No, because, bro, to me, he's a cult hero, man. I don't care.
I agree.
Cult hero, bro.
I think legend would be a stretch, but he scored some important goals for us, man.
Bro, won us the Champions League, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And every time he came on the Prem, he scored as well. Super sub, winning goals. Champions League semi-final, Champions League final.
Everton
scored the most goals in the Merseyside derby as well.
Yeah, bro. Owns Everton's owner. Cult hero, man, definitely. Here's one, bro. Another one. Fernando Torres.
Oh, the way he left us halfway, I can't lie, it broke my heart, man. 50 M's to Chelsea. I remember I was in school. I found out the news. I was so sad that day. But this guy went to. Oh damn! That comment.
Richarlison is not. He's not a Liverpool. He's never played for Liverpool, mate. He's never played for Liverpool. Why would he be? This is a Liverpool Legends ranking night, Tom Kidball. Come on. It's
But
funny he
Torres,
says that,
man,
bro. Has Richarlison ever scored in a game where Tottenham have beaten us? Nope.
yeah, it was only the equalizing
Only
goal
draws, bro,
last time
or
out.
games that they still lost in. Yeah.
Yeah, before that was all he scored all in like in their defeats. Just the last one where they got a draw from it.
Mhm. Yeah, man.
But Torres, bro, he's been with us. Was it 3 years? Like
Hmm.
2.5 years because he went halfway. And but the time he was with us, he was actually one of the best strikers in the world, if not the best. At the
Yeah,
time, he was
100%.
so clinical. And like we're saying that Hugo Ekitike reminds us a bit of Torres in a way, especially that goal against
Definitely,
Newcastle.
definitely.
But I think looking at the list of legends, we can't really put him there. You know what I mean? Like if you look at legends, like there's still the likes of Ian Rush and Kenny to come, and we see Torres next to them. I just
Yeah.
don't think it's fair to the
Mm.
legends. But would you
Nah, I
say he's like
agree.
a cult hero because he was there for such a short time as well? And
I
I'm not sure
I
if
put him in
people
cult
see
hero, but I know a lot of people think he's overrated as well.
Mm,
A lot of people I know and talk to
yeah,
don't particularly think he's
he
great,
was my favorite
but I
player,
would put
man.
him in
Apart from
cult hero.
Pogba.
Yeah, I've always had a soft
Yeah,
spot for Torres personally.
yeah. I
So yeah,
think
cult
I
hero.
think since I started supporting Liverpool, I've never got like a Liverpool jersey with the same player at the back of the shirt because the amount
Mm.
of Torres shirts that I got in the past, I remember, man.
Yeah, I remember, but I used to have match attacks as well,
Insane
buying
as
it
well.
cards, and I used to have loads of Torres cards. Man, the guy was I used to love the guy. Heartbroken
Yeah,
when he went to Chelsea.
yeah.
Heartbroken. You know what I'm
His
saying?
song as well,
But
man. He used to
I
sing his
think we got
songs.
the best version of him, bro. We kind of sold them
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
Easily.
washed up version of him. You know what I'm saying? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Here's one, bro. Graham Souness, another one that we
Ooh,
probably didn't watch growing up. But
bro,
yeah,
I
let me
think,
know what you think about him.
bro, this guy. I don't care what people say about him. Being a pundit. When he talks about football, I might not agree with the things he says as well.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to um football on the pitch and what people said about him, even recently I think you saw how Jamie Carragher did like his top 10.
Yeah.
Bro, like if this guy is in so many top 10s and I've seen clips of him as well.
Mm.
Obviously we didn't watch him play. I think one of our captains as well in the past.
Yeah.
He has to be in the legends, man.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, man. You gotta remember these 80s, man, bro. They were what United were in the 90s, bro. This is what we had back
Facts,
then.
facts.
It's a shame we just weren't around in it to
With the Phil
see it.
Shankleys, Bob
Yeah,
Paisleys, yeah.
Shankly's, Paisleys, yeah. Next up, bro.
Oh, next one is
Ian,
easy,
Ian,
bro.
Ian Russ, bro, legend, yeah, definitely.
Easy,
Ian
bro.
Russ, definitely a legend. What a player. What a player.
Yeah.
Ian
Was he
Russ.
like what are the club's top scorer?
Yeah, yeah. He was as well, so he's got to go up there, legend
Yeah,
easily.
man. Rashid.
Okay, here's one. Probably not. I don't know why I put him on there, but I did. Jamie Carragher.
uh the thing is, he's been there, and again, this guy, he's played. What is it? Is he the most appearances for Liverpool? At least in the Prem era, he's played the most, more than Gerrard as well. So
Yeah.
many games for us. Obviously, he's not known for scoring goals. Quite the opposite. More own goals than goals maybe.
Mm.
But he was never quite up there with like the Rio Ferdinands
Oh, yeah.
and
Definitely.
with Vidic, Stam, or Tony Adams and stuff. John Terry. He's not in the conversation. So I don't think he's a legend. But because of his longevity, I don't think anyone ever said he was overrated. But normally when I look at cult hero, like you see Diego Origi being here short time but
Mm.
perform for us at the top level. Torres been there short time, performing is the best. Carragher's been there a long time. Do you say that we might have to put him in like not a legend or else who else would we put in that category though, right? Like not a
I
legend.
think I agree, bro. I think we
Because
have to put
not a
him in.
legend means you're not a cult hero as well, and you're not a legend. But that doesn't mean you were bad for us.
Yeah. Doesn't mean that, but I think I agree, but I don't think we can put him in. When we see the names there, yeah, he can't be in the legends category. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
can't. Apologies, Karen. Apologies. Here's one, bro. Jamie Redknapp, another interesting one.
Ooh, because he was one of our captains as well.
Yeah.
I watch him speak a lot on football now on all the shows that he does. As a player, I think he was a good midfielder. I've seen a few
Mhm.
goals, few videos. Um, but again, when you read out the names in the legends,
Yeah, there's better ones there. So probably not a legend as well. Then I'd say, even
yeah,
though he was good, look at the names there, man.
because he went to Tottenham as well, didn't he?
He did. He was more known for being at Tottenham really than he was for Liverpool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. Nighttime kid. What a guy. Next up, bro, John Barnes,
Oh, easy, easy, easy.
legend, definitely right.
The majority of our fan base right now, well, I can't really say majority, but okay, maybe back in the 80s, I can say for sure, majority of
Mm.
our fan base, it started from this guy. They supported Liverpool because of John Barnes. When you ask people,
Yeah, what a player. What a player he was, man.
because
It-
his name comes up with the likes of Kenny and Ian Rush,
mm,
and like how
what a player.
Gerrard is for us in the
Mm.
modern era. For those guys in the 80s, yeah, John Barnes, man.
Nighttime kid, you didn't have to put the first bit in, bro. You could have just said I love John Barnes. Big up though. Big up, man. Don't see why you put the first bit in, but big up
Yeah.
Nighttime kid. This next one's easy as well, bro. I'm assuming you're the same. Kenny Dalglish, King Kenny,
Oh, easy, easy,
the
easy,
legend.
bro. We have a stand named after him, bro.
Yeah, what a,
The
what a
Sir
man,
Kenny
bro.
Dalglish.
When you think of Liverpool, he's one of the first
King
names that
Kenny.
comes into your mind as well.
Yep,
Kenny
the
Dalglish,
number
what a guy,
7,
man. Love him.
King Kenny.
Kevin Keegan, ooh, Kevin
Uh
Keegan.
this guy, I have to be like completely honest. Obviously, again, we didn't watch him play, but I haven't heard of him as much as I did about like other guys. So
Mm.
his name don't really come up as much as John Barnes, Rush, Kenny. But again, he's also not like quite the Jamie Redknapp's, Jamie Carragher, because
Yeah,
people do speak highly on him as well.
yeah.
So
Ooh, I'm
from the
torn
top
between legend
two,
and cult hero.
yeah,
I think I'm gonna put him in cult hero. This might be unpopular, and let me know
yeah.
let us know in the chat if you think so. But to even it out a bit,
You
I'll
know
put him
what?
in the cult hero.
I'm just gonna check real quick that how long he's been there with us. Because if it's
Yeah,
a short time, then I think Cult Hero would make sense.
yeah.
Because he's known for other clubs as well. This guy,
He is. Yeah, Newcastle's another one.
Newcastle, yeah.
Yeah,
Like for Newcastle, he's definitely a legend.
yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
he did. Oh, he actually played for us the most. Throughout his career, like he played for us 230 games from 1971 to 1977. But that's like just 6 years.
ooh,
Um,
ooh.
obviously he's an attacking mid. 68 goals.
Wait. I think what
But
would
I think, but again, 230 games and just under 70 goals. I think Cult Hero probably makes sense.
yeah, I agree. I
Because again,
agree.
when you look at legends, the legends list is just, yeah,
Yeah.
that's just next level, man.
Next up, bro, Luis Suarez.
Oh, this guy, Luis Suarez, man. Reminds me a bit of Torres in a way. Wasn't
Mm,
here for that long. Almost won us
mm,
the league single-handedly, by the way. I would
yeah,
say broke the record at the time before Mo Salah did it, and then Erling Haaland holds the record now. Obviously, the things he did, we don't support that. Him
yeah,
being the whole thing with Evra being
yeah,
racist, the
yeah.
whole biting thing with
Unacceptable.
Ivanovic, and did it with Kellini in the World Cup again. Uh, for us, he was actually top man. Like Gerard always says, the best player he's played with is Luis Suarez. Gerard loves saying that because, bro, like Suarez is easily one of the best players in our generation. One of the
Yeah.
best strikers out there.
By the way,
But
chat, we're talking about Suarez the player, not what he was like
yeah,
as a
yeah, yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah,
Obviously, we know what he
yeah,
was like as a person, but
yeah. This is all
so
about on the pitch stuff.
yeah, yeah. So legend Suarez
But
or
then he
Cole
didn't
Hill?
win anything apart from the Carabao Cup, though.
Yeah,
And,
that's the
and
thing.
he's been here only for
So
like 3 years. It feels a bit unfair to the likes of like Kenny and stuff.
yeah, I'll put him in Cole Hill, but I'm not exactly his biggest fan. I respect him as a player, but as a player,
Yeah.
Andre Suarez, absolute demon. He was, as a player, he was very
He
good.
was.
Never really rated him. He's on about Keegan there, I think.
He
First.
probably has the best catalog of goals for Liverpool,
Mm.
man. The long range halfway
Yeah.
line, the volleys, especially all goals against Norwich were like bangers against Norwich.
Yeah, no, it's even Tottenham away, bro. He scored a couple of good
Oh
goals there.
yeah.
Spurs away.
The game that
18 nights. Big up to everyone who's liked. Appreciate that, people. But yeah,
the
man.
game that I think John Flanagan scored right against Spurs away.
He did. Next up, this is a name that causes a lot of controversy, bro. Michael
Yeah.
Owen. Michael Owen.
Again, we're talking about the football part of it, not how
Yeah,
he
the
left
football
us
part.
to go Madrid and it ended up with Man United, the club that we hate, our rival. This is just the football that he played with us. He won the Ballon d'Or, bro. So
Yeah, did something unique that a lot of English players don't do.
yeah, he won the Ballon d'Or when he was with us.
Mm.
So much potential. As a young English striker back then with Wayne Rooney, Emil Heskey.
Mm.
I think
Feels wrong when he played for United.
and the mini treble that we did in 01 as well. He was part of it.
Yeah,
As it was the goals in the cup final against Arsenal to turn it around. Bro, what you say? It's just because of how he left though, and like
for me it's the United, bro. But he went to
yeah,
United.
that's why I can't, bro. I can't.
With them.
As much as I want to say, oh, he was so good for us that he was a legend when he was with us, but then now you can't. We're doing this as a whole, right? Now in hindsight, how can we call him our legend when I think
he played for them?
He himself thinks that he's a United legend himself because he won the league with them. But
yeah, because you said that, well, fuck him, not a legend.
Yeah, he's not a legend.
Fuck you, Owen. You don't. I can take players going to Madrid, bro, and that's cool.
Yeah.
You don't do the United thing ever.
No. Bro, next one easy, man. Nothing to say.
Suarez, not Suarez. Salah, yeah. Egyptian king, man, legend.
He's really like what our third highest top goal scorer, and the amount of records he's broken. Huh.
Is he? I think you'll agree, bro. Easily top 5 Liverpool legends of all time.
Facts, bro. Some of the numbers, bro. Like no one's gonna break some of the numbers he set. Like the records he set so far.
Unique numbers, yeah.
You can't replace him, man. You just can't replace a player like him.
Nah. So next up, Pepe Reina, bro. An interesting name. Pepe Reina.
I think it's a stretch to say he's a legend. Again, he's not on the levels of Alisson and Ray Clements.
Yeah.
Who we haven't watched, but we know about him. So in the Prem era, before Ali, it was this guy who was good because we're not going to talk about Mignolet and Karius.
Yeah.
But Reina, I think, like we know he's not a legend, but the debate now is if he's a cult hero. Would you say?
I would, but I would put him in cult hero. I can't lie. I think he is.
Because at a point, I think he was only below Petr Cech of like the Premier League's best goalkeepers.
At one point, he was, bro. He was so.
Yeah.
But like you said, because he didn't win much, bro, and obviously Alisson is a much better keeper in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Peter Carcino.
So Peter I wouldn't say he's a legend.
Yeah, no, not a legend.
Again, he didn't win much with us. Obviously he's like a bit of a journeyman. Into a couple of clubs, Portsmouth, and I think in a bit Stoke as well. Obviously Spurs. Would you say he's a cult hero? But at the same time,
if we're gonna be nice, we could put him there. Yeah.
But when are we gonna like I'm afraid like there's gonna be no one in the overrated section.
Yeah.
Do you think he was overrated though at the time?
I do think so. Yeah, I do think he's looked at. I think a lot of Liverpool fans look at him in a bit.
Bro, I'll be right back. Yeah, I just got a call.
No worries, bro.
Yeah, 1 second.
No worries, but I'll interact with the chat. No problem. Big up the chat, people. Big up people. It's been a great stream so far, man. One of my longest ones ever. Andre says Suarez was an absolute demon. As a player, yes, Suarez was great. You won't get an argument with me there. He was a phenomenal player. As a person, the whole Evra incident, what happened against Evra, what he did, biting, for me, that's not on. So I'll always give Suarez his flowers for being a good footballer for Liverpool and in general in worldwide football. He's probably one of the greatest or one of the greats, but the acts, I can't get behind him as a person. I can't stand the guy. I've got to be honest. I can't stand Luis Suarez. I don't like him. I don't. But as a player, I'll always say I admit I'll give him his flowers. He was a very good player. I never really rated him. Milano, I believe you're talking about. I think you were on about Keegan there. I think you were talking about Kevin Keegan. You might have been on about someone else. If you are still in the chat, Milano, let me know who you're on about there. It's a meme. The guy said he's okay, nighttime kid. I'm not sure what the hell that's all about, but cool. Big up,
Yeah,
bro.
sorry, bro. I just got a
It's all good,
call.
bro. No worries, man. No problem at all. So yeah, with Crouch, we could put him in cult hero, or we could leave him in not a legend. It's a tough one, man. Still.
Yeah, because the thing is, in the cult hero, like, let's say Crouchy, he's played with like Agger, Dirk Kuyt. So if you put those guys in, but again, Crouch didn't win much. But it's the same with Agger and Dirk Kuyt. And who else is on the list? Oh, there's like Torres and Origi.
Yeah.
Because I'm like trying to compare with the guys who are already like on in that cult hero list.
Yeah.
So would you say that Crouch is like on the same level as them, or do
You
you
could
think?
argue it. You could argue it, I feel. Yeah. It's a tough one, man. We'll be nice to him then, but we'll put him in cult hero. We'll be nice to him.
Yeah, because I saw him in the Legends game, with a bit of skill as well.
Yeah, he looked alright still. I can't lie.
With
He
his
looked alright.
iconic celebration as well, the robot
Yeah.
dance.
So next up, bro, man like Robbie, bro. Man like Robbie.
Oh, bro.
Legend, right?
Yeah, he's a legend.
No debate. What a player. Another one who is absolutely brilliant for Liverpool.
I still think he's the best finisher so far we've had.
Yeah,
With
definitely.
that
man.
left foot.
What a player. What a player.
Ooh, the next one.
Bobby Firmino. Si, senor.
If we're gonna put Salah, Alisson, Virgil to come soon, Robbo in the legends. This
Bobby
guy
has to be up there as a legend, right?
He was the brain of that Jurgen's team, bro. Like without Bobby, we wouldn't have achieved anything, honestly.
What a player, man. You know when people say Brazilians aren't good nowadays, bro, I just say just look at what Roberto Firmino was like, man. What a player. What a player. Love the guy, man. Personally, for me, bro, out of that front three, he was my favourite one. Out of Mane, Salah, he was my personal favourite.
Because people will obviously look at the goals, the GA, but then with Bobby, like everything was ticking because of him, like he was so important under Klopp.
What a player. Ooh, what a player. Here's another one, bro. That comes to the Legends games quite a bit. Ryan Babel.
Again, it's between cult hero and not a legend because he didn't win much with us. I don't think he won. I don't think he won anything with us.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, he wasn't even. He left us right by 2012 when he won the Carabao.
Yeah, he left one then.
Yeah, because he didn't play with him, Suarez. So, bro, like again, he was good on his day. Dutch winger. He still looks decent in the Legends game, I follow him on his socials. He's a nice guy as well. It's between our legend or cult hero, man. What do you say?
We could be nice and put him in cult hero, innit, bro? I think. Or we could just put him in. We could leave him in not a legend, to be fair. We could.
Yeah.
All right, we'll leave him in not a legend, then I suppose. Big him up, though, man. Big up Babel, though. Either way.
Yeah, 100%.
Next up, bro, Sadio Mane.
I think he's again. If we're putting Salah and Firmino in it, how can we leave him out, man?
Exactly. What another one? Another player that I think is overlooked in when it comes
one
to
of the best
legends and
you,
wingers.
you know what, bro? Actually, like obviously like he's in Legends, but
Mhm.
if there's another one that's said underrated, he's also underrated. Because people don't talk about him as highly as like when people talk about left wingers in the Prem, they all talk about Hazard or Ryan Giggs or
Mhm.
Cristiano Ronaldo
Yeah,
or Robert Pires. They don't talk about Sadio, man. So we need to respect him more. What he's doing
exactly. I agree,
with
bro.
Senegal as well, his country.
Mm.
Easily one
Brilliant
of the
player.
best left wingers in the Prem.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. All right, bro. So we are coming towards the end of the list. Here's an interesting one. Sammy
Oh,
Hippier.
bro, I rated this guy higher than Jamie Carragher, man. Like he was
Mm.
so good for us. He was what the captain before Steven Gerrard, scoring headers as well from corners. He was kind of like our Van Dijk. I know we had Clemens, but
Yeah,
he was my Van Dijk when I started watching Liverpool. He was the
yeah.
Van Dijk for us, captain as well, scoring goals, and then obviously playing with Carragher too. And they formed a partnership there, and it was Carragher and Agger as well, and then Skirtle came later.
Mhm.
And Sako and so on. But ah,
Cult
it's a
hero.
hard one because we didn't win much again.
Mm.
But um, he was in the 01 treble winning season. He was in the 05 Istanbul. So I think he's been here long enough to call a legend. But again, it's called
I
hero
agree.
legend, bro.
We can, yeah, we'll nice him in it, bro. Legend it is. Big up Sammy Hippier, man.
Yeah, man. He
Big
played in the
him up.
Legends game as well, right?
He did, yeah. Big him up.
Yeah.
Again, bro, is there any need for this one? They're discussing
Man,
Stevie G, Steven Gerrard.
the number
Legend.
one Liverpool player, best Liverpool player of all time, any
Yeah.
generation. I don't care.
What
He's
a player.
Mr. Liverpool.
What a player. The fact people try and say he's overrated and he didn't win a league, so he's not. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Like put
Get
him
the
in the
fuck out
squad
of
that
here.
put him in our squad now that won league last season or clubs season, clubs era with us. Put Gerrard in that team and let's see how many. In
Bro,
fact, we'll win more than we did. We'll win more than we
exactly.
did.
It's annoying because we can't win either way, bro. Because if we say Salah's our best ever player, they'll say, "Oh, but he's just a stat merchant." And if you say Gerrard's the best player, then they say, "Oh, but he never won nothing." So either
Exactly.
way,
So
we can't win, bro.
like
You know what
which
I'm
one
saying?
is it? Yeah.
Yeah, we can't win either way. But yeah, Stevie G, bro, what a player. What a midfielder, man. Love that guy. After Stevie G, another Scouser, but I don't know why I put him in, but I did anyway. Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Again, I think he has the most assists
Mm.
as a defender in the Premier League so far. Um Scouser, I remember him coming up in his first game, I think because we had injuries to Nathaniel Klein
Mm-hmm.
and Klopp started him and he looked good and we know about his passing ability, his scoring
Mm-hmm.
ability. It's just his defensive issues. Um but the way he left us though, I know it was to Madrid, it's not to any English club, but
Yeah.
I see Madrid as our rival when it comes to Champions League,
European.
European
Yeah.
football, because the amount of Champions League they took away from us as well. So I don't think
Cult
fans
hero.
look at him now
Yeah.
as one of our legends.
No, I'm. Should
So
we just say fuck it and put him in a lot of legend?
I'm kind of feeling the same as Owen in a way, you know.
Yeah, fuck him, bro, innit? Right, fuck you. Fuck you, Trent.
Yeah, man.
Fuck
The
you.
day he decided to leave, that was it for
Could have
him.
been, bro. Could have been someone special for us,
Yeah.
but chose to be another player at Madrid, which is fair enough, isn't it? Fair enough. But yeah, next up, VVD, bro, again. No discussion. Legend, right?
Easy.
Easily, man.
He has
What a
to
player.
join his colleagues, in this era with Robbo, Ali, Mo,
Yeah, what a team, man.
all these guys.
Yeah, the amount
The
of
first,
legends that are, wow. Ooh.
the first Dutch captain to lift the Premier League as well.
Mm-hmm. So the last two, Ben. Ooh.
Yeah.
Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso.
Again, he came to us at a very young age, looked
Mhm.
good, won the Champions League with us 05, his goal in the Champions League final, Istanbul. What a player. But then he went to Madrid
Mm,
because obviously he's Spanish himself, could be a future manager.
potentially, yes.
Hopefully. Yeah. I don't think fans call him a legend, because he's
No,
not on the
they
same
don't.
level as like
A
Gerrard.
lot of people don't look at him as a legend here.
But do you think he's a cult hero? or should we put
I'd
him
put
down
him in
right?
cult hero. I'd put him close to a legend, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
cult hero is fair for Zabi.
yeah.
I agree.
Because he's part of the reason why we won the Champions League in '05,
Yeah,
man.
100%, man. Not a bad list. And the last one, bro, Steve McManaman. And then
Oof.
that's the last name of the list. Steve McManaman.
Again, it was a bit like before of our time.
Mm-hmm.
But at least it wasn't that far away when it was like Ian Rush and Kenny Dalglish. At least we've seen so many clips of him as well. What playing right wing? I think he's left footed as well, right? He's a
Yeah.
winger,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously now I see him doing interviews and stuff. And yeah, he was the Maka before the Maka now.
Yeah.
Because he's also a Mac.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But again, did he win anything with us?
I'm sure Steve McManaman did win trophies for us. I am sure.
Yeah, because I know he won the League Cup with Robbie Fowler as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that was still the era of like we were still good,
Exactly, bro. He's similar to Trent as well, bro. He did the whole Madrid thing from Liverpool, so
Yeah. That's
he
I was
did.
actually
He won
gonna
an FA Cup and he won a League Cup, bro.
yeah
Yeah.
the League Cup.
So
Yeah.
not much, and he won. That's it, really.
And
So he
how
didn't win
long
much
was he with
then.
us? How long was he with us for?
McManaman, he was with us for. Let's have a look. I'll have to refresh my memory here.
Because
I
maybe
did
that can help
notice
you.
just it.
It can help us decide whether like it's cult hero or a legend. But as a footballer, he was cold though. But we're doing this on legacy as well.
Okay, bro. So, as I thought, he was there for a while. So he was there for 9 years.
Mm. I was gonna say like maybe 7 or 8, but at 9, longer than what I thought.
Yeah.
Almost a decade. So that's the same time as Salah.
Because of that, then cult hero maybe. But
Yeah,
yeah, I put McManaman in the cult led.
because he was actually a baller as well, man. I've seen the way he dribbles and yeah.
That's everyone in, bro. So if we look at the legends, bro, who we put in there: Hansen,
Oof.
Clemens, Allison, Robbo, Souness, Russ, Barnes, Kenny, Mo, Salah, Robbie, Bobby, Sadio, Sammy, Sammy EPA, Stevie G, and VVD. I think that's pretty spot on, bro. I can't lie. I like that legends list.
Yeah.
Cult heroes again: Daniel Agger, Dirk Kuyt, Divock Origi, Fernando Torres, Kevin Keegan, Steve McManaman, Suarez, Pepe Reina, Crouch, and Xabi Alonso. And then not a legend, we had to put a couple in there. Jamie Carragher, Jamie Redknapp, Michael Owen, which I think some people will probably debate a bit more if you ask another person. Ryan Babel, and then Trent. I think people will also debate that. So no one in overrated, which is interesting.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, bro. Like, if you were to put like one player on this list, like from this list, all of them, any of them, yeah, just one, who would you pick to put in this overrated?
I'd put Crouch in there, but I can't lie. I'd probably pick Peter Crouch if I had to pick one for overrated. How about yourself?
Because when we did the rating for Crouch, at first I was actually thinking overrated as well for Crouchy, because people were speaking highly of him, but he wasn't really that player to be world class. Maybe because of his height as well, it's quite difficult, But for a tall guy, he was actually quite good on his feet too, not just about heading the ball. He was good on the ground as well. The perfect hat trick against Arsenal comes to mind. But yeah, let me just honestly, I think even players like, because the legends one, I completely agree. They're all legends. I wouldn't put any of them in the overrated part. In the cult hero, ooh.
You could argue maybe Suarez and Alonso are legends. I can hear it. Keegan as well. People would argue Torres was a legend as well. But again, because they didn't win much, I think it's fair that we put them in the cult hero section.
Yeah, from the cult hero list, I can only think of Crouch to put in the overrated.
We could.
Part,
we'll put one in there
because
yeah,
Torres and Suarez, they were the best strikers in the world at the time when they were with us. I don't think they were overrated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone overrated Pepe Reina. Alonso, I don't think anyone overrated him as well. Again, Daniel Agger, Dio Origi, we all love him. No one calls him overrated. So it's only Crouch from that list. And for
Crouch.
the last part, not a legend, was Carragher overrated?
You could probably argue Owen and Trent, maybe.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think that's a decent list.
Trent, you can say overrated because maybe because
You could put Babel in
how-
quote hero, but
because of
again,
how
he
he-
didn't do much.
because of how he defends. Babel can be an overrated also maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We can't say much about Jamie Redknapp because we haven't seen him play, but
Yeah.
and Owen, he won the Ballon d'Or with us,
Mm-hmm.
and he was actually really good, apart from the fact that he went to United. But as a footballer, he was good. So yeah, I think this is quite fair, man.
100%.
Just like
And I like
this.
these. I think we ranked that pretty well. I can't lie. Yeah, man. Definitely, man. We'll just get into that. So, guys, we have reached the end of the show, man. It's been a great show. I can't lie. A big, great show. Big
2
up
hours
to
on the mark, man. Exactly.
bro.
2
Big
hours.
up to yourself for joining me, bro. I know we've gone 2 hours. Apologies. Didn't mean to make it that long, but
No.
big up yourself, man. Appreciate you joining me, man. Always love talking about Liverpool, regardless whether we're crap, good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So big up yourself, man. So before we head off, then, is there anything you got coming up, bro, on your channel, or that you want to tell the
Bro,
people?
I haven't been active for a while, man, because of
Okay.
my a regular job that I have, and also the time zones. So
Okay.
it's been a busy start to the year, the past 3 months. But of course, I'm planning on now we're back from the international break. Now there's no more breaks. Now it's all about the business end of the season, with Champions League games coming up and the remaining Premier League games. So I might be posting content. It's just gonna be pre-recording for now because I haven't started doing live shows as yet. But when I start doing it, just know that even on pre-recording shows, just know you'll be my first guest. I'll say it right now. You'll be my first guest
Appreciate that,
on my
bro.
channel.
Appreciate that. Look forward to that.
You're the first one that I'll go to. So
Yeah.
big up to you, man. Thanks for having me on again. And it was a good show, man. It had to be 2 hours because we spoke on. For me, actually, 2 hours actually. It surprises me how much we've covered in 2 hours because we did the whole Liverpool this season. We did the whole ranking the current squad and the legends. So to put those 3 conversations in 2 hours, I think it was a good show, man. Good talk.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, hope to come on more. But
definitely,
just stay tuned, subscribe, and yeah, there'll be something out soon, man. I can promise that.
Yeah. As for myself, I will be live later from the Stands Pod with Rasta, Vigilante, King, and them. So that'll be later on. So stay tuned for that, people. Other than that, we've reached the end, man. Big up to you all. I'll shout everyone out in the chat before we go.
Yeah, man.
Big up to Night Tom Kid, the legend. Big up to Andre. Big up to Milano. Who else was in there earlier? Big up to Danchum. Big up to Vigilante as well. But Vig did say he was watching but couldn't comment. So big up to Vig, man. Big up to Grinder Glory TV, bro. Nice to see someone new in. Big up. Big up to Mr. Joshy J. Was there anyone else in here? Big up to AJ. Appreciate you being in, brother. And big up to Malcolm as well. Someone new, and Evertonian came in earlier. Big up yourself, man. Big up. But yeah, Liverpool Prophet out. Indian Scouts are out. It's been a blast. And yeah, we'll speak to you all soon.
Peace.
Catch you in a bit. Peace.